was able to move out from the car, but I didn't feel any blood like coming from any part of my body. But the car I'm assaulted, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go home, it's like I have to go and check for internal bleeding and other stuff. So I think by 8 a.m. By 8 a.m. I was at the hospital. Can you imagine the doctor? When I finally met the doctor, like I think it took about because I met him at 3:30 p.m. So imagine just on cue. So supposing it was a critical issue. Yeah, so sometimes it's like you have to take your own health in your hands. So God is very wise. That's why he told the people, the Israelites, that they should eat the food and use the seed or whatever to heal themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he knows that sometimes some of us will find ourselves in a certain economy that if you don't take your own health in your hands, you will just die. Sometimes you go to the hospital, like something, and you know, here the funny thing, UK here the funny thing.
Mm-hmm.
Look, even at the workplace, okay, they teach you these basic health techniques such that if somebody, like, let's say, to have heart attack, as ordinary as you are, I know how if somebody should get instant heart attack before we call ambulance, at least I can do something to save the person's life.
Yeah. Some countries is mandatory to at least have a little bit of first aid training on and CPR as well. If you are going to be hired in any kind of job, and even if you don't have this training, they train you. They pay for your training so that you have this training. Right, but where we come from, our own health, no. I mean, I don't really talk much about back at home how health is because I'm really very passionate about health. And whenever I talk about it, it's sad. Like, it's really very, very sad. The little thing that can kill you back home, here it wouldn't. Yeah, so if you look into the Europeans and Americans and all that, they check, right? 90, they are still there, in as much as they have a lot of conditions.
One lady and Nana Michelle, she says she's 52. Like, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Honestly, like Nana and Glory, like you wouldn't believe. I have to be frank with you. Like, so she looks like 35. Like, and I think our material, and ne bapenny crowd was it 27. And I couldn't believe, so I was shocked, like 52. And I'm casted back to look at Ghana, those who are 52 years. And you can see the difference. Like sometimes you don't know what to say again.
Yeah, because
as you said, they were, and the ministers and others, they all travel here.
Yeah, and they see what goes on. They not that they see it, they practically are involved in what goes on, but they choose not to do anything about it. So, and the people that are back home you would want to actually advocate for would not even want you to advocate for them in the first place.
No.
Yes, you would be in hot soup if you try to advocate for them.
Not the funny thing. I went to one hospital here, and it's like, let's say Ghana region then. Okay, man says Ufu region then.
Western region.
Western. And think man say Ghana. Man says Western region like you can't compare it to a Takrady, no. Intimi. Bia, yebe ode emfa we man asai.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's Western.
Yeah. So maybe you'd be man crew for end. Like it's strange. Yeah, hospital. The last time I call and I say if Ghana say you have 5 of this hospital, like your system the best system. And the doctor was like, this is even one of the smallest hospitals. See, and the funny thing is, almost say I baby, plane bell and they was slow. Helicopter bell and they was.
We are on.
Further, but we are on.
Hi, Arabi. Hi, Audrey.
Yeah, Fred.
So yeah, you can start. I'm trying to see if Audrey could hear me. Hi, Aaron. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Thank you for making
Good to hear from you now.
Yeah. Do you have a YouTube channel?
We do have a YouTube channel, and we're trying to stream from your YouTube channel, but it's kind of a bit difficult. According to IT, he's saying that I think you would have to give us access before.
When did you create a StreamYard account?
Honestly, I don't know how all those things work unless. So I believe he's listening to me.
Well, you're supposed to. If you create a StreamYard, you can connect it to your YouTube.
Okay.
And then when we go live, it will be live on your platform as well.
IT, are you listening? Solomon.
But how about TikTok? Because we wanted to also do TikTok. So if you're using a PC or a phone at the moment.
I am using a PC and I have my TikTok right here with me on my phone.
Like we could have joined TikTok as well, and then either you stream and I join, or I stream you join, any of them.
Okay, you can stream and then we will join from your TikTok.
Let's see. Is Audrey here? Because Audrey also wanted to join the TikTok as well. Hi, Audrey. Okay, looks like she is having a challenge.
What
So,
is it? Okay, I'll stream, yeah, then we tap from his end. Is it okay?
You have started already.
Okay,
You
so
can join.
Fred, is it okay that you stream from my TikTok?
Because you have started your live.
When you say stream from your TikTok, so
Like,
unfortunately, like the platform we are using, we are unable to stream directly to TikTok. We can only do Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram. But so for TikTok, we do the normal TikTok live.
Okay, so I can also do my normal TikTok live, is that right?
So if you do the TikTok live, then I can join.
Okay.
So that the people can hear us from there. So just that.
Okay, so I have my TikTok live on right now. So if you can join from there, that would be great. Or whichever way that you prefer, it's okay with me.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to bring her
Maybe live with me, person be fun with YouTube.
you would have been able to join, but it looks like she's having a challenge. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Would you be able to put your video on?
Of course, I'm trying to, but
Okay. We're trying to put a video on and she will go off. So, no. Anyway, so Ben, I'm going to go live, then we can get started.
Okay.
Going to start very soon, TikTokers. So if you are watching, we're just having an interview with the Fred Effect on the whole entire NCLEX process, how to migrate from whichever country that you are to the United States. And, you can watch us on all our platforms, K&A RN on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, or the Fred Effects, all his platforms. It's very easy peasy. If you are a new student, nursing student, or you just want to embark on the United States registered nurse route, it's about time. You can turn in all of your questions.
Okay, welcome back once again to the biggest study abroad podcast. My name is Ben, and this is the Fred Effect. Once again, we have a fantastic episode coming your way. So all that you have to do is tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to join. As we have always been saying, there are information somewhere, and the Fred Effect team is trying as much as possible to get the people who are rich in this kind of information to help you in your study abroad process or any intention for you to move outside. We are here to help you. We are here to support you with the kind of information that you need. And please, the reason why we are doing all these things is just to help you not to become a victim of fraudsters. Let me be frank with you. Recently in the UK, I think they've come out with the news that about 1,000 Ghanaians have been banned. And the reason is that they've suspected that in the application, there's that kind of fraud in it. And this is what happened. Most
who
of them
actually do not really have the expected or the full knowledge of what they are doing, and they end up deceiving a lot of people, and at the end of the day you become a victim if you don't get the right information. So what the Fred Effect team is trying to do is that we want you to be 100% independent when it comes to applications abroad, so that you can be the master of your own with the little support to push yourself out there. Remember, there are a lot of opportunities that we can't say all of them. So we just want you to come and then you testify it yourself. So thank you for tuning in. Today, as I told you, are going to have a very fantastic story from our guest. So just get prepared as we get this episode started. Hello, Glory. How are you?
Hi, Ben. I'm doing good. How about you? Hi, Ben.
Yes, I'm also doing well.
Yes, I'm also doing well.
Wow, I like your smile.
Wow, I like your smile.
Thank you.
All right.
You can never be made up without a smile. You can never be made up
We are
without a
happy
smile.
you've joined us.
We are happy.
So
Thank
for
you
the
for
people
having us.
seeing you for the
Thank you
first
for having
time,
me.
can you do a quick intro?
Can you do a quick intro?
So, to
the US without being
to the
scammed
US
by people
without
or
being
without
scammed by people
being
or without
extorted
being
based on the
extorted
fact that they really want
based
to
on the
travel
fact
as
that they
nurses.
really want to
So
travel
this is
as
just a
nurses.
little bit about me.
So
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
just a little
you
bit
get
about
that. Take every aspect of the introduction demands a lot. So you would take it one after the other and then you try to go into details. Thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction. So please, if you just tune in, here is the biggest study abroad podcast. You remember not long ago we had a guest who was also talking to the fact that there are so many ways of getting green card. Sometimes it's not necessarily through the education route. So the point is that if you know, you know. And that is the reason why we decided to bring Glory on board. She didn't use the education route, but as we are speaking now, she is the state. So whatever process, whatever procedure that led her to that place, today we have to make sure that we are able to get such information for our humble and very precious viewers. Please, if you are in support of what I just said, just give a thumbs up in the comment section. So, Glory, today you are on the hot seat. On the hot seat.
I am,
So
and I'm
you
ready.
have to leave here
I
empty.
am and I'm ready.
You have to leave here empty.
That's fine. I am ready to pour
That's
it all
fine.
out.
I am ready to pour
So
it all
can you
out.
tell us a bit about your education in Ghana?
Okay, so
Okay, so
I started my nursing career
I
in
started my
the
Tamale Nursing Training College.
I did diploma for 3 years.
I did
Diploma in registered
for
general
3
nursing
years.
for
Diploma
3
in
years.
registered general nursing.
After my diploma in nursing,
After my diploma in nursing,
Ghana, it is mandatory for you to do a
Ghana,
kind
it
of
is
service,
mandatory for you
right?
to do.
So, Nanlerigu, I don't know if a lot of people know
Nanlerigu,
there.
I don't know if a lot of
BMC.
people know there.
So
Is
that's
it in
why
the northern region?
So that's
yes,
why
it's in the northern region.
yes, it's in the northern region.
Nanlerigu BMC, that's Baptist Medical
Nanlerigu
Center.
BMC,
That's where I
that's
did my
Baptist
national
Medical
service.
Center.
From
That's
there,
where I did
I
my national service.
decided that I have had enough of northern region, so I transitioned to the Greater Accra region. I had a lot of good opportunities there, but I took up my
working, I decided that
I did a top-up degree. So I did BSc in nursing as a top-up. So that is basically all of my education in Ghana in the nursing field.
In the nursing field.
Okay, that's nice. So somebody with your background would decide, okay, now that I have BSc, I'm already on the field. Why don't I go and do masters in nursing? Someone with the educational background might think so. The educational background might think so. So, what informed your decision not to think of masters in nursing in the US, but to apply straight as a nurse in the US?
Sometimes if you do not have
sometimes if you
you are not able to make some of these decisions. You are not able to make some of these decisions.
When I was in nursing training, I heard of
I didn't know what it was. And,
I didn't know what it was.
And I have not
I had just gone to nursing training. I have not even passed my licensing exams in Ghana.
But I have heard about it and I had it at the back of my mind.
I have heard about it and I had it at the back of my mind.
I decided that I need to travel. I decided that I need to travel. Now I am ready to travel.
I started making a lot of
I
research
realized that
into
it
that.
is
So I realized that it
without you
to transition to the US
all I
training,
needed
without
to do
you
was to
schooling
find
here.
out how
All I
this
needed
is
to
going
do
to be
was
done.
to find out
And
how
that
this
is what
going
took
to
me
be
on
done.
the journey.
And that is what took me on the
So I
journey
didn't come through
and brought me here.
the
So I didn't
student
come
route of coming to do the
the
masters here,
student
but I came
route
in
of
straight
coming to
with
do
my
the masters here.
diploma.
But I came in
actually
straight
used
with
my
my
diploma before
diploma. I actually
I
used my
can add
diploma
my
before I even
BSc
realized
to
that
it later
I can
on,
add
which
my
I did.
BSc to it later on. which
if you
I
have a
did.
diploma
So,
in nursing,
if
that
you
is
have a
the start of
diploma
point. You
in
can use
nursing,
that.
that is the
Yes.
start of point. You can use
Yeah,
that.
that's an
Yes.
interesting one. So,
Yeah, that's an interesting one. So,
yes. So,
yes.
luckily, Arabi has
So,
also joined us. She'll
luckily,
be
Arabi
my
has
co-host for
also joined us.
today.
She'll be
Arabi,
my
you're
co-host for
welcome.
today.
Then
Arabi,
thank
you're
you.
welcome.
I don't know what.
Okay.
Then thank you. I
Yeah.
Yes,
don't know
so
what happened,
Yes,
but
sometimes it
I'm
happens
eventually
on
yeah,
here.
this internet.
yes, sometimes it
They think
happens.
it's
This
only in Ghana
internet.
alone. No?
They think it's only in Ghana alone. No?
Internet, yes,
Sometimes
sometimes
it
it
happens
Internet
happens.
is
everywhere,
internet. Yes,
but
sometimes you
at least here is better.
Interesting. So today we are lucky to have Glory
interesting.
on
So
the
today we are
podcast,
lucky
and
to have Glory on the
she's a nurse
podcast,
in
and
the US. She
she's a
decided not to
nurse
go
in the
through the
US.
student
She
route,
decided not to
but
go
apply
through the
straight
student
after
route,
her
but
BSc in
apply
nursing in
straight
Ghana,
after her
and having been
BSc in
posted
nursing in Ghana,
as a
and having
I am a resident or director in one of the universities in the United States. I am a product of the Fed Effect, and it's through the same podcast and the same platform that I had the opportunity to study abroad. Even with a CGP of 2.8 at a point when I thought it wasn't possible, but when I met Fred and with God, everything was possible. So basically, it is a little about me.
yeah, I'm sure the mathematicians are confused. You saying you are product of red effect. In mathematics, they tell you find a product of this. So can you briefly explain what it is so that you but yet still we are deficient when it comes to information?
Do
Because
you
you
want
made
me
a
to
point
say that?
that yes, I'm asking this question based on your introduction. I think you said something around that. Is it that we are lazy to read, or people
I,
have the information, they are sitting on it?
okay, so honestly, initially, when the Ghana man wants to travel, it's a kind of a ritual or a secret. So nobody wants to hear, or they don't tell anybody about it. I think that's one of the reasons, and also the fact that we do not do a lot of research. And honestly, most of our community, I would say, do not use social media as profitably as they should use it. If you go to platforms, excuse my language, that they are shaking their bum bum, you see a lot of people over there. You will see a lot of people over there than educational stuff like this. And mysteriously, when they want to travel, they just want it to happen overnight. Yeah, so I think these are some of the reasons why we always miss the vital informations. Yeah.
Interesting. So how were you able to figure your information out?
Okay, so whenever I was ready to embark on the journey, I started looking for Ghanaians who have relocated to the US who were nurses. Yeah, so I started with my colleagues that we were in the same school with, that have left, and we didn't know how they even left, whether I was through the lottery. We couldn't know. So I started reaching out to them via Facebook Messenger. I did a lot of reach outs, but honestly, I didn't get any positive feedback. So I decided to use my Google and see what it will bring out for me, and then YouTube as well. So I found somebody on YouTube, but unfortunately, the amounts they were charging me then, I could not afford it for the for just the information. I needed just the information. So um, I decided that okay, there is IELTS, which is an English proficiency that everybody is writing. And I heard that if you want to travel, that's what you write. So that is where I started from, because I have not had the information. I did a bit of research on IELTS, where to get a class to join in where I was, and then study materials, and then I started with IELTS. So I didn't know exactly what I was doing, but all I knew was that I want to work as a nurse in the US. And whatever it takes, I have to find the information. So I started with IELTS. I wrote IELTS. Unfortunately for me, on my first attempt, I got a pass mark for the US. So now what was next? I didn't know. I started again reaching back to other people. Unfortunately, I had a colleague who was in the UK who responded to me and told me that, oh, you can't do this on your own. You need an agency. So I started looking for agencies that recruit nurses to the US. And then whenever I reached out to this agency, the criteria was something else. In fact, I could not meet some of the criteria, but some of them I did meet. And through that, they send you, if you pass their interview, they send you a kind of a contract. So through the contract, whilst I was doing most of the interviews and reading through the contract, I realized that these are the steps that is involved. So instead of signing on to those agencies, I decided that no, I'm going to go on my own
That
through
was a
their,
smart move.
yes.
Mm.
All right, all right, Aravi, would you like to come in?
Sure. I like,
Today, glory is for us, so you have to make sure that she leaves here.
right? They are going to drill all the information from her.
Yeah.
Um, So in all of this, what I can see is you actually didn't have the information when you started,
Yeah,
but you had one thing, that is the zeal to find the information wherever the information is. So if you are
exactly.
listening to us, it's okay if you don't know how to start, or it's okay if you don't have information when you are beginning your journey. But one thing that is not okay is when you are not ready to put in all your resources and all your time to find the information. Right? That's what you are
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should be
Sure.
ready to look everywhere. Like, have at least use your social media, do everything to get the information. Because at that
Mm.
point, all I was looking for is the information
Mhm.
and everything involved to be able. I had written IELTS, and in IELTS, 2 years it expires. So that was my drive, that I didn't want to write IELTS again. So within 2 years, I should find everything and do everything that I was supposed to do. And that was what was pushing me to do everything that I needed to.
So IELTS is a very important component when you want to be a nurse in the United States.
Yes, it is. But it is not the first most important component. And
Okay.
I did that because I didn't know. So
Okay.
those that are reaching out to us for assistance, we put IELTS at the last end of their process, because in 2 years, if you don't utilize it, it just expires. That's waste of time, money, and resources. And we don't want that to happen.
Okay. So now we know that IELTS is not the first thing. Can you walk us through the process? What is the first thing? So I am a very ignorant person, but then daring to be in the US as a nurse. What can I do, or what should I do? So let's walk through the process.
Okay, so sitting where I am right now, I would
Mm-hmm.
say that the first thing is for you to be a trained nurse from whichever country that you are in, be it Kenya, Zambia, Sierra Leone, Liberia. Nigeria, Togo, be a trained nurse first. UK,
Is it a
Canada,
diploma or
everywhere
a
that you
degree
are.
or just
Okay,
any nurse?
be a trained nurse first.
Is it
And
a
we have
diploma or
some
a
in
degree
Ghana. We
or
have
just any nurse?
categories of nursing, like the 2 year certificate program called the enrolled nursing categories of nursing, like the 2 year certificate pathway for them called the but it is not so efficient. Like we have a pathway for them. So I but it is not so efficient, except somebody have that qualification that is already in the US. I can except somebody have that qualification. Let's focus much on being in your country and wanting to let's focus much on a legal being in your country and wanting to relocate through a legal if you are yet to start the nursing training. The first go into the 3 years nursing training or the 4 years degree nursing training. 3 years so this is the training or the 4 years either a diploma nurse, BSc and above. So this is the criteria. So once you either a diploma nurse, BSc and you have your licensing from so once you have that training, your home country and you have your license once you have that or your and you want to embark on this journey, is the first step. There are once you have that involved. When I started, and you want to embark on this journey, they told me I needed there are agency. 2 processing involved, and that is one part of the process. So they told me I go through the agency route, where and that is one part of the online. So search for you can go through the agency route, nurses where to the you go online. I can recommend some if it is that are recruiting nurses on your platform to the US. Yeah, so I can recommend some if it is allowed. The most popular one that everybody knows is either going to be initially the which is most popular one that everybody knows is either going to be these are the most which is popular one that OGP most of the nurses in the US these are the most and they were using them. There are criteria that you need to meet and they were using kind of there are criteria that you need to meet because it's not kind of the Ghanaian setting over the roof. Not all of us are privileged to be in the tertiary in the Ghanaian setting. Not all of us are privileged that is in the tertiary health sector. Some of them even have a list of the hospitals they need you to work in before you qualify. Some of them even have a list of the hospitals they need you to work in before you qualify. 37 so they would say probably you should be in rage and somebody like me was not in those hospitals. And so all these 2 I did not qualify. And somebody there like me was not in those hospitals. When I started the process, these 2 I did not qualify. They were there, but there are some that when I started the process were coming up, or they were there. They weren't MedPro that popular. Shearwater, there are a lot of staff. MedPro. It's either you reach out to these people and say, "I am a nurse. I want to embark on the either you reach out to these people and say, some of them sponsor you. I want to embark on the they are going to take the cost. Some of them sponsor you. They're going to train you. They are going to take all the process, the cost involved, and then whenever you get they're going to train you. You work for all the process. So they pay you whilst and then whenever you get that here, that you the agency aspect. So and that is not what I whilst you work. So what I did was I did the agency aspect process, and that is not what I did. That I so what I did was I did the self-sponsorship process by myself. That I decided okay, so I am going to go this after I have done the interviews with them, gotten the contract, and then I went through. After I have done the interviews with them, that I am supposed to go through, and then I went through. I first started searching online to see that I am the board of nursing that I first started searching Ghanaian trained nurses, the board of nursing that accept.
Sorry, you said interview with them.
Ghanaian
Where them
trained
means
nurses
which people?
and the agencies.
Sorry, you said
The
interview with
agencies
them.
that I
Where them
mentioned
means
earlier.
which
So
people?
I the agencies, my CV, the agencies that I was turned down earlier. By so Avance. I turned in that my CV. Hospital. I was turned down by Avance because of this same reason. But with I was turned down by Organipating because of this same reason. But with Interstaff, I think MedPro, I had a contract with Interstaff, Bridgeway. So I think MedPro, I had that kind of interview and having Bridgeway these contracts. So after doing I started that going kind of through interview and having and the one that helped me most was Interstaff because I started with Interstaff they weren't going to do a full and sponsorship. The one that helped me they were going to do Interstaff because with Interstaff they weren't going to do a full sponsorship. They were going exactly to do what I needed to do. So with the half and half they outlined so with that information I decided okay how much why not go on my own So with that information, I decided, okay, why not go on my own and see how because it involved money. And we know that in the Ghanaian setting, money is really not easy to come by.
we know
But I
that
was
in the
willing
Ghanaian
to
setting,
do that
money
and
is
see
really
how it
not
goes.
easy to come by.
So I
But I
held
was
on to
willing
the
to
contract for
do that
a
and
while
see
whilst
how
I
it goes.
started it
So
on
I
my own.
held on to the
So
contract for a while.
through that
Whilst I started,
contract,
I
it
needed
on
a
my
board
own.
of nurses
So
from the
I
United States.
through
And
that
that is where I
contract,
started
I needed
doing
a
my
board
little
of
research
nursing
from the United
which
States.
board of nursing
And that is where I
would
started
accept me and
doing
what
my
is
little
even board of
research
nursing
on
in the first
which board
place.
of nursing
So
would
I
accept me
realized that
and
in
what
US
is
we
even
have
board of
50
nursing in the
states.
first place.
And each
So
state
I
have a
realized that
way
in
of
US we have 50
regulating their
states,
nurses
and
and each
licensing them.
state have
It's
a way
different
of
from every
regulating
state.
their nurses
Unlike
and
in Ghana,
licensing
where
them.
we just
It's
have the
different
nursing and
from
midwifery council.
every state, regulating
Unlike in
all the
Ghana,
nurses
where
in
we
Ghana.
just have the nursing and
So
midwifery council,
if I am going to
regulating
choose a
all the
state,
nurses in
I
Ghana.
should know what the
So
states need
if
from
I am
me.
going to choose a state, I should know what the states need from me to qualify me to join them or to be given a license. If you don't know this and some of their requirements you do not meet them, you'll be stuck on the way. So I started picking the most common states that we know. Everybody in Ghana knows New York. Yes, so I started from New York. I checked their requirements and then I checked their process. Then I checked Texas as well. And then I checked a few like Kentucky, those that are not so common. Then through this research and joining uh, Telegram groups that are interested in NCLEX and all that, I realized that one of my old co-workers was on the same route, but he didn't know the route because he signed on to an agency and the agency was doing everything for him. So he told me that, okay, I don't know much about this, but my agency said there is this board called Montana, which I don't know, but they told me that they are very good with internationally trained nurses. So why don't you research into that and see if you can be able to meet the requirements over there? I said, okay. So I went on back to Montana because in Ghana, I don't think a lot of us have heard of Montana before. That was my first time hearing. I was like, which state is this? So I went on, I chose a board. I finally settled on Kentucky Board of Nursing. So I emailed the board and they were swift to respond to me and give me the requirements that I needed. And that is where I started the whole process from.
Okay. Thank you so much. We are still on the journey.
Yeah.
We will do everything, the complete and how you got here and everything. But
Okay.
you were talking about having the agency talking to them and all of that. That gave you an insight as to what to do. Before you speak to an agency, do you have to pay them or you pay them after everything is done? So I'll be like, okay, let me speak to this agency, get some information from them and do it on my own. Or I still have to pay them before I'm able to speak to this agency.
You don't have to pay them. So
Okay.
you
Yeah,
just have to
so
have your CV.
Glory,
Yeah.
so Glory, yeah, before you answer that, I just want to send a quick message across board. So if you just tune in, as usual, this is the Freddy Fed podcast, and today we have Glory, who is trying to teach us the way how she managed to become a nurse in the US. So please make sure if you have any nurse friend in Ghana, you share this link with so that she can also listen to it and they learn from. Now, three things I want you to take note based on the information Glory has given us. We have self-sponsored nursing in the US, and then moving to US through an agent.
Again.
Yeah.
And then one thing that you need to understand is that every state has a board of nurse that you need to contact before you move in there, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I want us, all of us, to be at the same page so that you don't get missing. Because she's giving us a lot of information that if you don't take care, you may lose along the line. Because
Yeah.
all what she's giving us, you can never get it anywhere. So let's pay attention and then listen carefully. And if you just let us know where you are watching us from. You can type your country in the comment section, and then don't forget to like and then share this link. Thank you. So, Glory, you can continue.
You don't need to pay the agency. You don't need to. So in reaching out to them, you just need your CV. You go to their website and apply that you want to be sponsored as a nurse. Then they will go through your CV, and then they will get back to you as to whether you qualify for them to sponsor you or not. Like I said, some of the agencies do 50-50. They don't sponsor you wholly. So if you sign their contract, that is when, if it is 50-50, you would have to pay your part. And if it is 100%, then they sponsor you. Over the time, I have been here for 3 years. So over the time, the requirements have changed. Now, what the agency do is once you sign up with them, some of them have what they call the commitment fee, because some of us Ghanaians have that attitude of going in and then they invest a bit and then you step out. So it's kind of they lose money. So now they have what we call the commitment fee, where you pay some money down as a collateral. So if you leave, you lose that money. Yeah, but
Yeah.
initially it wasn't like that.
Okay. Thank you for explaining that to us, because I think most times as Ghanaians we take few things for granted. So in as much as I'm in few things, I also appreciate the fact that I have to pay commitment fee so
Yeah,
that you take it very serious, because I mean they can't waste their time, go through all the process with you and just back out at the point that they think that they are making progress with you. That time could have been used for other person, but they just can't.
exactly.
All right, so now let's move from the agency now to your self sponsorship. You have checked New York, you have checked Texas, you've checked Connecticut, and then you decided to settle on one. What did you find in all these states, and what influenced your decision to settle on one?
Okay, so what influenced my decision was the swift response from the board.
In
Because
which
I
state?
had emailed Texas. I didn't know exactly what I needed. So, and I emailed Kentucky. But when I did email Kentucky, it took less than 2 hours for them to respond. And
Oh,
then, yes, and then when they responded, I realized that uh, one thing was they needed English proficiency, and I already had that. So I just started doing the application. With the English, their requirement was very simple. I needed evaluation. I needed my English proficiency.
Evaluation of transcript. Is that
E-
okay?
exactly, exactly. So let me run you through the basic requirement
Yes, please.
of
Here,
the.
take your time for us. Take your time
Okay,
because I'm sure some of us have pen and book writing them now. We need this.
okay,
I have my pen. Please, if you don't have your pen and paper or your notepad, whatever, please get it now. This is a very important stage that she's getting into. So please give us the requirements.
okay. So like I initially mentioned, every board have their specific requirements, but there is one requirement that cut across all the boards, and that is the evaluation of your credentials. So they want your um, education evaluated, and then your nursing license evaluated. They want to be sure that you hold a license, as you have mentioned, and that you do not have any kind of criminal records, misdemeanor, or malpractice on your license. Yes, so they have third parties that they use. I know in the school route, the most common evaluating boards that they use is WES,
Mm-hmm.
right? In the nursing route, the very most common ones are going to be CGFNS. Now they are
E,
called True Merit. Their name
true
now is True
merit.
Merit. Yeah.
Okay.
TRU Merit, MERIT. So True Merit. And the other one is JSNA, which is Joseph Sinley and Associate. So these are the two common ones in the nursing field. There are other ones like ARES, like IEEs, Pantran, and all of that. But these are the two that stands out that do what most of the 50 boards does. So with the evaluation, I settled on JSNA.
Okay.
I settled on that because it was cost effective for me. Yes,
How much
because
was that, if you don't mind?
okay, so when I started the process, it was 200 and is it 85. But when I checked True Merit, it was I think $400.
For
Okay.
the
So I
evaluation.
yes, so
Mm.
I decided to go with the one that I can afford and
And
still
they all
get
give the
the
same
job done.
result.
Yes,
Okay.
and still get the job done. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so that is what I use. But currently, they've also upgraded their prices.
Ooh.
Yeah, so currently GSNA takes $400, and then True Merit takes $485 for the evaluation.
That's one thing I like about this study about it is the more you delay, the more it gets
Mo-
expensive. I don't know how.
Exactly.
So if you're on this space and you are watching us, you want to do anything, please do it ASAP, because when she was doing about 3 years ago, right,
Yeah,
it was just 285, and now they are all moving to the 400.
yeah.
The next 3 years we might be going to the thousands.
I
So
tell
if
you,
you care and you want to do anything, please do it as soon as possible. It's hard. We might all understand sometimes that coming by the money, but if you want to do it, please do it now so that you save some dollars, because from 285 to $400, one something dollars,
yeah,
please, you can clear your shin card.
I tell you.
All right. Then do you have anything else? Let's go.
Yeah, so just to follow up on the recent conversation. So, having secured all these requirements,
Mhm.
are there still chances to be get denied?
Yes, there are a chance, but it is slim. It is slim because, first of all, you should be a trained nurse, like I said. You should be a trained nurse. So, if you are already a trained nurse, I don't see why it should be a problem, right? And with the evaluation, you don't send the credentials, they don't take it
Mm.
from you. Yes, they take it directly from your school and directly from your nursing board, which is the NMC. Again, when I started, everybody with a diploma qualified. It didn't matter whether you were a midwife from Ghana, mental health nurse, community health nurse, all of these people qualified. But as we speak now, there is a cut-off point for midwives. Yes. So the midwives are not finding it easy as we speak now. But when I started, it was a free zone. So yeah, there was just a tiny little line that they can deny you, but I didn't see anybody getting denied except recently where the midwives are getting denied because they lack some of the courses that the general nurses did, and that's all. Yeah. So
Interesting.
Okay.
yeah,
So
you
now
register
let's
with the
So
board. Yeah.
roughly 3 years ago, can you tell us, if you can recall, how much you invested before this whole process became successful?
I invested a lot. I have to be honest. I invested a lot.
Can you
Um,
quantify?
yes,
Maybe
I can
just
quantify it
just the
to,
range is fine.
yeah, it was between 2,000 to $3,000. Yes. And what actually shot the price was the fact that they did not have and so do not have NCLEX Center in Ghana.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yes. So I had to fly all the way to South Africa to write the exams.
we still don't have English center in Ghana.
No, we
Oh,
don't. But it is currently as we speak, there is one in Kenya, which is very close.
mm.
And that is where everybody that is writing goes to write.
Glory, you are determined. Oh. So what did you see in this becoming nurse in US? That
See, I was determined because whenever my parents spoke at home, my father would be like, hey, we're not in the old school, and I'll call Bruce Jam.
Mm.
Wait, and whenever there is a conversation about abroad, I look at them and I'm like, why didn't you also go?
Go.
So that I'll also be enjoying some small dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I felt that if I don't do this, one day my kids are also going to ask
We're
me
going
the
to
same
look at you.
question.
Yeah. Oh, and of course,
Yeah,
they're going to ask you that. Also, to her, I say, my friends were going up. What were you also doing at that time? Yeah. I mean, at some point,
exactly,
it needs.
exactly,
We have that one person supposed to break that chain and say, okay,
exactly.
me, I have taken the step. My kids will also going to follow on that. Okay.
Yes.
So Gloria, let's move now. You have sent an email to Kentucky. They are the first people to respond, and then you have settled on them. Let's follow the journey.
Okay, so I registered with them, and I think their board registration was 140, $125,
Mhm.
125. So I did the registration online, and I paid that money. When I paid the money, I I registered for the evaluation as well, right? So the evaluation, I registered on their website and paid that money. Then I reached out to my school to send my credentials, and then I reached out to NMC to also send my verification. NMC took me during that time. I paid 500 cedis. Yes, and my school took I think 1,000 cedis or so to send the verification. Yes,
Which
so
school? Diploma.
I did diploma, so I used my diploma first. I didn't know I can turn in the degree at that time. So I did just diploma. So from Tamale Nursing Training College, that is what they sent initially. And then I think they wanted criminal background check. I was not in the US to go to a center to do the criminal background check. So I started looking for fingerprint cards. They have fingerprint cards that you can do and send in. So we got one, and then I had to. In fact, I had to go to the police station to take it, but I was like, I can do this on my own because whenever you get there, you have to pay something,
Okay.
and I was on a strict budget on this process, so I watched YouTube videos, took my
Mm.
own fingerprints, filled in everything that I needed, and then I posted the card to the board. And once the card got there and my evaluation and everything was settled, I got the approval notice.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
How did you feel that day when you got approval notice? Obviously, you were excited.
I was excited and anxious at the same time
Hmm.
because at that point I realized that, oh, yeah, this is reality setting in. Yeah. So I
And
was
this is
excited and I
yeah,
was
a reward for
anxious.
your efforts.
Yes, and at that point, I realized that no, I need to study hard to pass the exams. And the next step of the process was uh, to schedule the exams and then look for money to book flights and hotel and all of that. So, in as much as I was excited, I was very, very, very anxious at that point. Yeah.
Okay, schedule the exam. Which exam are we talking about? I want our
Okay.
followers to very
Yeah.
understand.
So now I have been approved to write the United States registered nursing license. So, like Ghana, before you practice as a nurse, we write licenses and exams. So, NCLEX is basically National Council Licensure Examination for nurses in the US. And that is their licenses and exams, where if you get the license, you are able to practice in the US. So at that point, when I got the approval, I went to the people that organize the NCLEX, that's Pearson View, or they are also known as NCSBN. I went to their website with the information I have had from the board, and then I registered with them. After you have registered, that was $200 that I paid. And then for just the registration, God.
Is it still $200?
Is it
Yes,
refundable?
it's not refundable whether you write it or not. It's none of their business. Yeah, but fortunately for us, it's still $200 as we speak.
Mm, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now, just a quick one on the exams.
Mhm.
Looking at the Ghana, you are from Ghana, and then looking at the Ghana nursing education system. Do you
Mm.
think you still need enough preparation before you can pass these exams?
That is a very perfect question, honestly. If you look at how things are done in Ghana as nurses, and then we write licensing exams based on where you are going to practice. And I'm going to practice in the US. I need to know virtually everything about the nursing system in the US. It was really very tough. Though I had the nursing background, I needed to back up, like really,
Mm,
because most of the hospitals in Ghana, we don't get same conditions as they get in the US. We don't
mm,
have same technology, same equipment like they do in the US. So I had to back up. And that is when I started looking for learning materials for NCLEX. And I got some of the materials online. Um, if you would allow me to mention some of them, that would be
Yes, you can.
okay.
mm,
So I spotted a nurse in who is in the US who does YouTube videos on NCLEX. That's the exams. So I followed her. She's called RN Sarah. She does a practical explanation of process. So I followed her. I started watching her videos, and then I spotted simple nursing. I didn't like how he teach, so I dropped him, and then I got he's called Mark Clemic audios. They are on YouTube. So I started listening to that as well. And then I realized that there is even something called Sounders that they call the Nurse's Bible. It's a whole book for NCLEX. So I started looking for somebody who has a PDF of it to actually give it to me because it was on Amazon. Either you have to be in the US, UK, or those, and I could not even afford that. So I started looking around and the Telegram groups I have joined, I was able to get somebody to actually send that to me. Then I reached back to my friend who was with the agency and started asking questions. What did the agency do for you that you think I am missing? Because they
mm,
have been doing this for a long time. And he told me that, okay, so the agency gave him what we call UWorld. I didn't know what it was. So he said it is a steady platform where you can get NCLEX material, but you have to pay for it. I said, okay. So I went to the website of UWorld and I subscribed to their 3 month package. I think by then it was almost $200.
mm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah,
So,
I paid for that.
so, so, in all, how long did it take you to prepare for the exams?
So one disadvantage about my whole entire process is because I didn't really have a sailor on my ship. I was just going all around in circles. So at that point
Mm.
where I've had the ATT was just for 90 days. And if I
What's
didn't,
ATT?
yeah, so the approval from the board to write
Okay.
the exams, yes. So once I got the approval from the board, we call it ATT, authorization to test. So now they've given me the authorization to write the NCLEX to test for the exams. So I had just 90 days. And I didn't even know that once you get the authorization to test, you have 90 days. So within that period, I was supposed to make it work. And I had a
Mm.
baby at that time. So I had to come and I was working at that time.
This lady was determined, though. I,
So,
I
like
realized that
metric. Nothing could
I
stop
realized that
you.
maybe when she was at the northern region, there was some heat be hitting her. So she decided to fly away. Oh.
Nothing could stop you. I
No.
admire that how determined you were to make it work regardless.
Yeah.
So now you have written the enclaves, you have passed and all of that. Looking back, if you were to advise a younger sister, self sponsorship route, agency route, which one would you take?
Okay. For me, I would always say I made the best decision for doing the self-sponsorship route. I made this decision, and it's really helpful to me. But then, the money involved, if you are in Ghana, and I mean, listening to how I have been mentioning the price here and there, and looking at our dollar rate, it's kind of a hindrance to most of the nurses. So I always say, do not let that, stop you from achieving the dream. If you would have to go with agency for them to sponsor you and pay all these monies for you, the dream is to get here, and it is they are going to bring you. So both ways are good, but if you do the self sponsorship, the benefits, I don't want to go into the benefits of my right now because we're still on there, and I know that is going to come up. But one thing that I realized that made me happy at the end of the journey was that whenever I was done and I passed and I was getting a contract, I got all that money back. All the money I spent, I got it back. So that was the advantage for me at that point. So both of them are good. If you don't have the resources and you get an agency to sponsor you, go for it. You want to be in the US, you want to be a nurse, and that is all that matters. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So today we have Glory who is sharing her story, how she became nurse at the United States of America, and of which I'm sure most of us here would like to be part of her story. Um, as usual, we do a draw at the end of the podcast, and the one who qualifies would stand a chance to be mentored by the Freddy Fair team. And I'm sure if a nurse is able to win today, maybe you hand over the person to Glory.
That's
So,
fine.
in order to be part of the draw, this is a question for us all. We want to know, just be honest, to get student sponsorship in the US and to get job sponsorship in US, which one do you prefer? I think it's a cool question.
Mm.
So just type your answer in the comment section and then be part of the draw as we continue with the conversation. Ravi, you can continue.
Yeah, okay, so you have self sponsored yourself, you have written the NCLEX. Now we are at writing the NCLEX, getting the 90 days to let's follow the procedure to how you got here. So now you are writing the NCLEX. Let's move.
All right. So with a 90-day period and having a baby at that time, it was very difficult for me. I didn't know the strategy that was going to work for me. I kept changing learning strategies because there was a lot to learn. Some conditions I have never heard of. They were all new to me. But thanks to the UWorld that I was using, I had the guidelines I was following. um, I did my best. They have questions, they call them sample questions for the NCLEX. So I started taking them on the U World, and they have what they call the readiness assessment exams, where it is basically like you are in the exams room. So a little bit about the NCLEX is that you have uh, during my time, it was 145 questions on the board, and then you have 5 hours to write the whole of it. When you enter into the exam room, you have break time, but remember the break time is all included in your 5 hours. Whatever you do within that 5 hours, you should be able to finish. And I know a lot of people say, oh, 5 hours, 145 questions. It's easy peasy. I tell you, 5 hours will fly by and you would not even realize it. So I took the readiness assessment test, and then I said, okay, I need to do this. At the point, honestly, I have to be honest, I almost gave up,
Mm.
especially with the 90 days rule, I almost did give up because I was so exhausted. You could see it all over me wherever I walked to. I I stopped watching TV. I stopped talking a lot at work. You see me at work, I just want some time. Whenever I got a free time, you see my earpiece somewhere in my ear listening to McKay audios. In the Trotsky, I had my earpiece on. Like I had virtually lost contact with the world trying to make this work. Yes. And then I had to book flights to South Africa. I had to get hotel and all of that. So fortunately for me, the guy with the agency wrote just about a month before I was going to go. So he said, okay, the agency booked this hotel for me and they paid my flight ticket. So it was within this range. So I got a range. I started looking at the hotel. I realized that it was too expensive for me. So I started looking around the center in South Africa, which hotel is closer. And then I got a hotel that was closer, that was affordable. Then I booked it and I got on a flight on the
Okay.
JD.
So,
Anyway,
and you wrote the exam, and then by the grace of God, you passed. So,
yeah.
after writing the exam, how many weeks, days, months does it take for you to get your result?
Oh God. So after writing my exams, my flight got cancelled. My return flight got cancelled. So they rescheduled the flight for me. So I was in South Africa and I got my results still in South Africa. And honestly, it took apparently like less than 48 hours for me to get the results.
Less than 48 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Is
So
it for everybody, or was just your case?
no, it depends on the board of nursing that you used. So most of them have this 48 to 72 working day period to give you your results. In fact, some of them are very swift. You will get your results in no time. The exams is the NCLEX is a computer adaptative exam. So whilst you are doing it, probably it's just you getting they are marking you at that point. So
So is it multiple choice or there are some you need to do some kind of written?
okay, so it's a lot. It's really a lot. We have multiple choice questions. We have what we call the SATA. The SATA is select all that apply. During my time, the select all that apply. If you select all right and get one wrong in that exam, you get the whole wrong.
Mm,
Yes, but now they have revised the standard of the NCLEX, so it's not like that anymore. You have drop downs, you have image that you would have to identify, you have fill in, you have calculations. Um, so if you are doing the U world, it gives you a sample of how the exams is framed. Apart from U world, there are other question banks that nowadays are all over, like boot camp, like Archer, um, Kaplan, and all of that. So they give you sample questions of how the NCLEX is, and then through that you are able to know uh, what to expect. Yes.
mm. So, oh wow, being in South Africa, you just get your result. Then coming home there, Charlie, it was a party. Oh.
I bet if I didn't pass, I would have stayed in South Africa.
Because I mean, we are all in Ghana. How you write exam in Ghana sometimes can take weeks, months before you get your results. The anxiety, the nervousness, all the alpha hour, and all of the prayers that you have
I
to
told
do.
you, Alpha was my number one to go. Please.
Oh, but you just have to be there for the 8 hours to get your results and walk us through. Like when you finally got your results, how did you react?
Look, when I got out of the exams room, I got lost. Like I got lost in the Mandela Mall. That's where the center is in South Africa, a
Mm,
very big mall. I got lost because I didn't know whether I have passed or I have failed. And I was so nervous, anxious to the point that I could not find my exit from the mall
Mm,
to my hotel.
yeah, I
I
get
kept
it.
running in circles and circles and circles. And then when I finally got to my room, I couldn't sleep out of anxiety. And unfortunately for me, when I was going to South Africa, I got denied at Kotokoro International Airport. They denied me boarding. So, how I planned that I was going to stay for a day, relax, and go write my exams, it didn't happen that way. So, I was pretty exhausted going into the exams already. And coming out, was so tired, was anxious, I couldn't sleep. So, when my husband called me and was like, "Did you check your email?" I was like, "No." She said, "Oh, my RN." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She said, "You passed." Look, I didn't know how I felt at that point because I didn't know whether to
Shout
shout.
out to your husband for monitoring.
Yeah, he was just monitoring my case. Like he's been a strong hold of me. Yeah. So I was like, "Are you sure?" He said, "Check your email." I was like, "No, I don't want to check." He said, "But I've already checked. You've passed." I was so excited, and that was the point that I could get some sleep.
Sleep. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when
Mhm.
I got up, I went to the mall to take pictures.
A girl has to be a girl. A
A
girl
girl
has
that
to
has
be
to
a
be a girl.
girl.
Yeah.
A girl has
Interesting.
to be. The pictures are
Yeah.
very necessary.
Yeah. I took a lot of pictures that day. Goodness. And I started
So,
shopping at that point.
so if you had failed, will you still stand a chance of writing it again, or it's just a one sit?
Oh no, you stand a chance of writing again.
How many
Uh,
times?
as much as you can.
Oh, okay.
So the
So as
board
soon as
have
you get the approval, you can
yeah,
write as many as you can until you pass.
yes.
Within your
The
90 days, right?
within the 90 days, if your authorization to test expire, you would have to reapply for it. You don't have to
Okay.
start the whole process. You
Mm.
just have to reapply and pay for the authorization. That's going to be the $200. And the
Okay.
board gives you 45 days before you can register.
Okay.
Yeah, so they give you that grace period to
You have to pay.
re-register.
You have to pay when doing the application.
That's the yes, you have to pay the $200
Oh,
again.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So
Mm-hmm.
having we please you cannot be typing your questions very soon. Glory will be answering some of your questions for you. So if you have any question, you can put it in the comment section, and then also those who wants to join us live too, I'm sure you'll be given the opportunity to join us live to speak to um, Glory live. So please, this one quick one, I just want to know, having gone through all this process, getting all these requirements, writing your NCLEX, do you still have to go for visa interview?
Definitely. Come on. You do.
Hey!
You will have to.
Then you
Yeah.
you died you died finish. Oh, I'm sure by
Oh,
then your weight reduced to 30 kg.
I tell you, I have gained weight. Oh, Tyler, you should see me by then. You could see my clavicle, the one they call
Oh.
Ajiman Kunedu chain. Now it's covered thanks to here. You
but,
see, it's
but
fully covered.
Glory, you are a very strong woman because you said that by then you were taking care of your child as well.
Yeah, I had a baby.
So combining as a married woman, taking care of your first baby, who is your husband, and then your and then your kid, plus working at the same time, and
Hmm.
then having gotten time to also prepare for this. I think you're a very strong woman and your story is very inspiring.
Yeah,
So please, what Glory is telling us is that we don't have any excuse. If
exactly.
she didn't give up, you have no excuse. So
I
it's
always tell
normal.
my nurses that you don't have an excuse. So most of the times when I get the nurses saying, meet me here, can I be able to do this? I ask the first question I ask, are you married? Some people, most of them say no. Do you have kid? No. Are you living alone? Yeah. Okay, you don't have any excuse anymore.
You are the perfect candidate. You are
Yeah.
the perfect candidate for it. You don't have
Yeah.
any excuse.
Yeah,
Oh
Arabi, one question for Glory before we take some of the questions from the
yes.
comment box.
So I, as usual, when I come in, we continue from where we left. So we are taking the pictures from the mall. A girl has been a girl. Let's say we are now back home. Our
Yeah.
husband, our kid, we are so excited. How long did it take for you to eventually pack your things and say, "Munje mutamale, munje
Bye
mugana, bye
bye.
bye, I'm leaving."
Okay, so after passing the NCLEX, the next step was to find a job in the US, which
Mm,
was very easy for me. It was very, in fact, I did about 11 interviews. The more I did the interview, the more I got,
it gets better.
yeah, I got better and I got better contracts and all of that. So I settled on one, and it was a very good deal, honestly. In as much as the others were good, I was looking at the state as well. Fortunately for me, during that period, my husband has met the Fred effect and
Mm.
got coaching on the school route and got the opportunity. He got his visa as well and came to the US on the F1 route. So he when he got here, that was when I was going to write my exams. So it
Mm.
kind of was a very, I mean, I don't know whether it was good or bad, but it was good news. And he left and came. So once I was done and I got the contract and I signed the contract, they started processing me. And when they started processing me, I spoke to, in fact, I was excited, if I have to be honest. At that point, when, whenever I was going to do interview, it was so relaxing to know all the things I know, to have come through all this by myself. And a lot of the agencies and the nurses that I met on interviews were amazed about how I have come. I got big deal, good deal. They started processing me to come to the US. And then I was like, okay, my husband can get me on his visa and then I do transitioning when I get here. How about that? They arranged for me to meet the immigration lawyer. We did that. We settled everything. So it took me basically, I wrote my exams in December. In April, I was here.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, that was really
Wow.
very quick. I did
I
not
took my
expect
I took my exams. Okay, continue,
I did not
Glory.
expect that quick transitioning, honestly. But because my husband, I was going to come on my husband's visa, it
Visa.
was very easy
Okay.
for me. So within December, after my exams, I was here in April. So basically 4 months. Yes, I was here.
Oh, that's good. So
Okay.
let's go back to that husband. Who can be on a husband's visas? How long do you think that after we write the we write the NCLEX that we pass,
Hmm.
and then how long do you think? I mean, after we get a job and sign our contract, how
Okay.
long do you think it's gonna take for us to eventually move? I know every route is different, but from the
Yes, exactly.
nurse's
That's
perspective.
very true. So, without going through the EB3, that is the employment-based visa with the green card, the wait time at that time when uh, I wrote my exams was 12 to 24 months.
Months.
Yeah, currently it is same, but it could be longer. Yeah, depending, I mean, you know what is going on. So it
Exactly.
could be longer. Yeah. But then there is the F1 route for the nurses as well,
Hmm.
where if you get an agency, they can tell you that, all right, you meet the requirement for a school route. They have the day one CPT route. I know it's also a different thing altogether where I don't want to confuse everybody listening. But if you are listening and you have a BSc, that is also a perfect route for the nurses. They want CPT. You can reach out and then we would explain that to you very well later on. So with that, it's very easy for you. When I got here, I was able to. I was still doing interviews in as much as I was here, just so I found routes for other nurses. And that was when I came about the F1 route with the day one CPT. I was able to get my friend here within 3 months of coming. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yes.
good to
Oh,
And
hear.
you started
yeah,
disciple others.
yeah, I did.
Interesting.
And I still
That's so
do.
good
I
to
mean,
hear.
God
and
bless you for that.
the other kind of visa was the H1B, which now it is a kind of all over the place. Was also offered to me that if you are able to get here with that, it's very quick as well. And through that too, I know I helped some people, which it took about 3 months to also come with the H1B as nurses who have passed the NCLEX. So it was kind of a lot of route to get here earlier than the EB3. The good news about all of this is that whenever you are signing a contract with either a hospital or an agency to come here, it is in the contract that even if you come with any kind of visa which is faster, either the F1, H1B, or anything dependent visa, they will transition you to the EB3 once you come with the adjustment of status. So, with all the nurses that passed NCLEX, green card is secured. You don't have a problem about that.
Interesting. So
Please say it again. Say it again. Say that one again.
Yeah,
It's
so I'm
very
saying
necessary.
that, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
once you have passed your National Council licensure examination, uh, your green card is secured. It
Mm-hmm.
is.
okay,
You don't have to
interesting.
have any problem with that.
Okay, interesting. So we'll come back to the story. So we
Mm.
have Zeleke, who is watching us from Ethiopia. So shout out to Zeleke. So Glory, that's how far you've gone. Oh. So
Oh,
we have
that's nice.
Ethiopians watching us, and then Oblak. Oblak says United States, Obuasi GH. Oblak, which is which? Is it United States or Obuasi? Let us know. Then we have Mamiesi watching us from Ghana. Kessie Bismarck watching us from Ghana. Um, Mauli. Mauli says is very important information. Then we have Philemon watching us from Kumasi. Um, this one is from Bra Kofi Obodaye. Always on point. New person, different story, but the same goal, the Fred effect. So it means that Bra Kofi has never missed a podcast. Shout out to Bra Kofi Obodaye. I hope today you win the mentee of the week. Then we have David watching us from Ghana, and Derek Mensah watching us from Ghana, Kachre Yao also watching us from Ghana. All right, so let's try and then pick some of the questions that we have here. Okay, we have RH, who is also watching us from Kenya. Please, we have NCLEX office in Kenya. So if Ghanaians are coming there, take advantage.
Yeah.
H-R-E. Take advantage of the NCLEX office in Kenya and get registered so that you can join Glory in the United States of America. Okay, let's take this. Please, what was your core source of funding for this whole thing?
Is it from your
This is
salary, a
Francis.
deputy helper, loans, a combination of the two or more?
Look,
Okay.
Will you be comfortable to
yes,
answer?
yes. Honestly, it was all from my salary. The only time I had help
Oh,
was
okay.
when I was going to fly into the United States. At that point, I was all gone.
Understood.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I had my mom to buy my flight ticket to the US.
God bless
Fortunately
her.
for me, when I signed the contract and I got here, they reimbursed me the money I invested in the whole process, as long as I could provide a receipt for it. I got a refund for my flight ticket to the US. I got a refund for my flight ticket to South Africa, my hotel bill, my board registration, the evaluation, the Pearson View registration, the scheduling of the exams. So in all, I got a refund of $3,000. And that is how come I always say that it took me like $2,000 to $3,000.
$3,000.
Yeah,
Please,
so
if
that
you
was
are on
Interesting.
this page, make sure you keep your receipt. Very
yeah,
necessary because the probability of you getting a refund is very high. So please, if you're on the space and you are uh, either in the process or about to start the process, make sure you keep your receipt
yeah,
packed
yes,
very tight, very
very,
very
very
tight.
important.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you might never know. You get an edge. What do you call it? Work which
mhm,
they're going to be ready to sponsor you or ready to refund everything that you have lost.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
And
So
I
that's
was really excited to have my first check of. I had not
cool.
even started working, so they were like, okay, so per your contract, we are supposed to reimburse you. Would you want to wait? How do you want it? I was like,
Mm,
ma'am, sign me that
Ghana
check.
woman will not wait. Ghana woman will not wait. Please send me the money. We talk about the
Of
others
course.
later.
Yeah. So that was the good news. Yeah.
So, Laurel, Arabi, can you please take the question on the screen?
So, Laurel says, how many years of experience do I need to get a job?
Okay. So I had a lot of it. I had worked in Ghana for 10 years.
Mm.
Yes. But if you have a working experience of 1 year to 2 years, you are good to go. So mostly I advise my candidates that your national service that you do, take it serious, and that could serve as your working experience to get a job. Yeah.
Good.
Interesting.
Even with the working experience, let me ask this question. So we have a lot of nurses who are at home who haven't been posted yet.
Yeah.
So it means until you start working, you cannot write or go through this process.
That is not the case.
Okay.
So, like I did mention, it takes some time to really go through this process. I have a candidate who is doing her national service. She's 4 months into the national service and she passed just this month her boards. She passed the
Mm.
NCLEX. I do coaching, I do help people to write the NCLEX. And I always say the students that are fresh from school, you still got it in there. You don't have to wait till you are all done like we were, you know, before you start. So immediately once you complete school and your school is willing to release your transcript to the evaluation board, you are good to go. Yes.
Okay.
And as I have done this over the years, I have realized that you can even do this with less money. This is because some of the boards do their own evaluation, which is included in the board registration. So
Mm.
you wouldn't have to pay $400 for the evaluation again. So as low as $200, you can get started, get your approval, and then the next thing will be your registration and then your flight ticket to Kenya. And now it's closer, so it's not that expensive. Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people want to get in touch with you. Somebody wants to sign up for your coaching. Can you share your email, your social media platforms, where they can get to you? I mean, where they can reach you?
Okay, so currently we have a website called knafirm.com. When you get to our website, we have our contact and everything. You can book a consultation with me, and then and because we are doing this for mostly people outside the country, we know that the fee is kind of money is not easy to come by. So we our consultation is very affordable, and you get to talk to me, ask all your questions. If you want us to coach you, we have a price that we take for the coaching. You can register that on our website as well. Apart from that, we are on all the platforms: YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, K&A Firm or K&A RN. You can reach us. We have a WhatsApp contact and our email. You can do email at rnglory at knafirm.com and I'll get your email as well. Our WhatsApp number is those from Ghana. You add your plus 233 242 942577. But if you are already in the US, we have our US contact number on the platform. So if you're able to reach us on knafirm.com, you will get all the
All the
information.
information.
Yes,
K&AFirm.com.
correct.
K&A. Is the
Yes.
end AND or just a symbol N?
For our website, it's just N as in the alphabet, Nancy.
Oh,
So
okay.
K as in kiwi, N as in Nancy, A as in apple, F as in Fred, I as in international, R as in RN or registered nurse, and then M as in Mary. Yeah.
Okay.
.com.
KNMFirm.com.
Yeah.
So if you are here, I hope you got the name, the website, the number. If you're in Ghana and you got all the information. If you didn't get it, it's okay. You can come back and watch the YouTube video, or on I think Fred is also streaming on Facebook, so you can get back and watch everything. Or somebody has even typed it knafm.com. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. Okay, so somebody is also asking. It says, please, which board of nursing is favorable for midwives?
Yes. So if the person was here from the beginning of the conversation, I did mention that things have changed over the years, over the 3 years that I did. And the midwives are not finding it easy at all with the process. And yes, there are some boards that accept you. But from my own point of view and from doing this for over 3 years, I always say that if you're a midwife and even if a board accepts you, I would advise that you do a top up of general nursing to get that deficiency done. If not, at immigration, you will still get stuck. And that is the bare truth. Some people will not tell you because they just want to milk you out, or they are just interested in you are doing it. We don't care what you are going to do. But the truth is, you can get a board. I can recommend a lot of boards that will accept you. But at the point of immigration where they will file for green card for you, there is something for the nurses they call the visa screen certificate. It is a certificate that is given to a nurse who they are going to file a green card, that is the EB3 base visa for you. They need that document to be able to go through this process successfully. And at that point, because of that deficiency that you have, it's basically geriatrics. I know the nurses that are listening know what geriatrics is or gerontology is. That is the deficiency. So you would not get that certificate because of that deficiency. So if you want to start, it's perfect for you to start, but you have to look for a way to get that deficiency settled before um, your immigration starts processing you.
All right, so let's try and show your website so people get to know about it. I like it when people go through a process and they wouldn't gatekeep, but decide to, give out information for people to learn how the whole thing can be done. And thank you for doing that, because what happens is that we can all sit and complain about some agencies somewhere are taking people's money. We
Yeah.
all contribute to that, what is happening, because we don't know the process are unwilling to create a business so that the people will come to us. So we contribute to the bad people who are in the system. So thank you for creating something so that people will come to the right place, knowing that you have the experience. You can help them to do it legitimately, rather than going through other routes. So let's share your website, and it's very, very beautiful. If you type K&A, it's easy. K&A Firm. So KNAFIRM.com. Talk to us about your website. How do we get in touch with you? I know you've spoken about that. So what services do you offer? Having been, experienced in this process. If I'm a nurse, I just graduated, how do I get you to help me?
Fred, honestly, you've made me very emotional right now. Seeing my website displayed right here,
When
it
I
just
grow up,
reminds me.
I want to be like you because it's beautiful. I love this.
Yeah, it just tells me how far I have come, and I am so excited right now. So, the K&A firm, what we do is we are empowering all nurses over the world, internationally trained, to let you know that the US nursing route dream is still attainable. So, what we do, we offer coaching for all our candidates who want to embark on this journey and basically do not even know where to start from. We have mentorship program for you. We take you one on one, and then we seamlessly hold your hands through the process. We do your board registrations. We sit down with you, decide on a board that is perfect for your situation, uh, register for you, provide you with all the things that the board needs, and then we virtually do everything for you, right? And then, oh yeah, and
Yeah.
then we offer one-on-one consultation as well. So probably if you have started but you did not get coaching, and for that reason you don't even know where to go next or what's the next thing to do, don't be scammed. We have consultation. You just get to talk to me. I'll tell you step by step what to do. Even somebody want to start but they don't even know where to start from, we'll
Right.
take you, consult with you, give you the process, the money involved. Would you want to go by agency? Which agency is even going to accept you? Where are these agencies found? And all of that, we're going to help you with that. Apart from that, we have resources for studies on our website, which are
Mhm.
free. If you go there, you will see some of the books. If you are in the US and you want to buy it, we have a link there that you can buy. We have direct links to all the boards that are in the
Oh,
US. So if you want to research a bit about a board that you want to use, you can just go to our website, go through the boards, go directly to the website of the board, and then you'll be able to know exactly what the board needs from you. And then the learning materials I have mentioned, they are all in there. I have videos from my YouTube, TikTok lives, and everything on there that also serve as resources for
well.
you to be able to get more insight to the whole process. We give migration support. So maybe you have passed your NCLEX, you don't know what to do. We help you, guide you to get a job in the US. We are already here. We know hospitals that are recruiting, agencies that are still recruiting. We can help you with that as well. Yeah.
Right. Whether you are a nurse or not, this is a beautiful website. I'm just enjoying scrolling through. This is my first time on the website actually. Very beautiful. If whether you're a nurse, you want to help somebody, you are in level 100 doing diploma in nursing. This is a website you should visit. Right.
Yeah,
It's easy
exactly.
to also keep in mind. KNA, the normal, literally KNA, then FIRM.com. This is a website everybody should be scrolling through. You have all the information you need from somebody who is like you, from where you are, and has gone through a process and is sharing their journey, their experience with you, and holding your hands to go through the process. So you don't have to mix one. I love this. Shout out to your husband at the background. I think it's a way and insano because it is beautiful. I love.
Definitely, Fred. How did you get to know this?
Oh, I mean, so this is beautiful. This is so nice. And like I said, I love it when people know what they are doing, set up something so that people will go through them. So that we stop complaining about don't go to agent to get scammed. You are not creating a business. So what should people do? They'll go and look for somebody who is not able to do it. So we are happy that you set up such a thing, and I would encourage you, and I'll be sharing this and I'll say a fun paracetamol. And all right. So I had a quick question for you about
Okay.
you mentioned three things, and I'm happy you mentioned that. If you're a nurse, directly with school and nurse, you can come with card, which is the EB3, and also and work whether on whatever issue you have, there's a pathway for you. And when you set up a meeting with RN, Glory is going to walk. This is I have 2 year nursing qualification, which is a certificate. I have 3 years. Done a diploma. I've done a top up. I yes. The resources I have. This is the question. Should I go through the school route? She knows how to help you. Should I through the work to help you? Should I come with a green card? And for people with family, and a lot of people listening to us, they have family. When I get through the green card NCLEX and all that, can I travel with my family? Can I come with my husband? Can you talk a little bit about that?
So the good news is that with this NCLEX route, if you are coming with either green card or you are doing the D1 CPT route, you are able to come with your family. So with the transitioning after you've passed your NCLEX coming here, the rest of it, you don't do anything. You don't pay anything. Once the hospital hires you, it is their responsibility to make sure that you are here. So they would give you to their immigration attorney. They will file for you, pay everything. With your family, no matter the number, your husband, your kids. Sometimes, depending on the contract that you get, they will tell you that you are the main applicant and they are going to pay everything for you. But with your spouse, you might want to, they would want you to pay. That is how some of the contract is. But some, they take it all upon themselves to file for you and your family. And then they buy a flight ticket for you to bring you here. But then for your family, you would have to buy their flight tickets. So this is a very good opportunity, honestly. It is. It is.
Yeah,
And
I
I
mean,
did not talk about the benefits of going through this route. A lot of times we give excuses
No,
about the
before
money.
the benefits, can you
Mhm.
please address this question for us? Then you continue with the benefits.
Okay.
it says, please,
Arabi?
is there opportunity for mental health nurses?
Okay, so the mental health nurses are same with the midwives. So like I said, you can start, there are boards that will accept you, but you would have to rethink of getting the deficiencies that are in there. Yeah.
Okay. So now let's go with the benefits.
Okay.
I'm all ears.
Yeah.
So like Fred was asking about the family, you are able to relocate with your family. You get your green card. Uh, the good news is when you go for your visa interview back in Ghana, they give you a packet where you would turn in into immigration whenever at your port of entry. And that is where your documents are for your green card. And so once you get in, you'll get your green card in the maximum I have heard. And these people actually had a little bit of issue, but within less than 3 months, you should get your green card. Yeah. And then apart from getting to bring all of your family, the hospital have what we call the relocation package for
Please,
you.
they all family be specific. Oh.
Me,
Oh,
the sister-in-law, then I'll let my brother go and marry a nurse.
okay, so when I say
Before
all family,
somebody go and tell old grandma that I'm taking you to US.
so it's basically you and your husband or your spouse and your kids. There is room for your help if you can prove enough that this is my help for over the years and I stay with her and I would need her, him or her. That is if you can prove. But not all hospitals or agencies are willing to do that, but you can get some of them that are willing. But with you, your spouse, and your kids, it's constant that they all are enrolled on the green card. Apart from that, like I mentioned, you get the relocation package. So I did direct hire. Like I told you, I did self sponsorship. So I looked for my own job. I did not get a job through an agency, or I didn't work through agency, as I wasn't hired by an agency. So whatever I did was directly with the hospital. So whatever benefits any health worker who is a nurse in that hospital gets, it doesn't matter whether I am from Gambia, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Zimbabwe, Ethiopia, I still get the same thing with them. Whatever the pay rate is for my uh, category and work experience, I get the same thing. And with the relocation package, I got I don't want to say it will make a lot of people's heads swelled up, but I can give a range. So between 10 to 15K, you are able to get a relocation package like that. Yes,
I have,
but sometimes with the
I'm just going
agencies,
to be a nurse in Ghana and come back.
sometimes with the agencies, you get a cutoff point for them. Some of the agencies go as low as 2K to 5K for your relocation package. Some of them you don't even get a relocation package at all. So in all of that, it depends on the kind of either agency, hospital, whichever way that you are doing. That is what informs the benefits that comes with it. Apart from that, too, you are enrolled on health insurance, where the hospital pays a percentage for you and your um, family that you came with. Some of the package, it's actually different from hospitals agency, it differs. But some, when you come and you know, new in the US, they help you to acquire a car if wherever you are, you need a mode of transportation is for you to get a car. They help you with that. And some, like if you are going to a place like New York or Chicago, where the busing and train system are working, they give you a card for that for transportation. So it's a lot, honestly, but it depends on which one you get. It depends. I was
Interesting.
actually lucky. I did, like I mentioned, I did like 11 interviews, and I was able to, all the 11 interviews, I got the job. It's only one I didn't get. And the one I didn't get was because of the place I wanted. There was no opening in that hospital at that moment. So I went through the contract. As I keep going through the contract, I realized that I can sell myself the best. Yeah. So with the interviews, as it kept going, I got experience. I kept adding some stuff, and then I was able to sell myself well and bargain for something good for myself.
Gloria, your story is so
Interesting.
inspiring. Is a woman who has decided to do something and put in their all to get it, regardless of the circumstances. The whatever is happening, my child, my husband, whatever is drawing me back, I have decided to put in the effort. I think that sometimes, and even after that, you have grown to just being glory to creating a website, mentoring people, being that Jesus getting all your disciples along and all of
Yeah,
that. It's something that you have to pat yourself on your back and say, hey girl, you have done it. Like you have done it, and I'm super proud of
yeah.
you.
In fact,
If
Thank
nobody has
you.
said it today, know that I
there's a
am super
goosebump.
proud
There's
of
a
you.
goosebump all over my
I
body.
I am super proud of your growth.
Glory,
Like
glory is
somebody
a full package.
who self-sponsored. Now you have a website to hold people's hand to go through all this process. And I'm looking at your process and looking at it from my students' route point of view. Yours looks like it's a whole lot. I mean, maybe because I haven't been through that process before, but it's a lot. And doing that alone and now mentoring people, girl, I'm super proud of you. I am super
Thank you.
proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's actually a lot. Sometimes, if you are not determined, you would lose hope along the way. Because getting all the stuff that is needed, the money involved, the travels, the things that you would have to shun away from, deprive yourself of some of the stuff just to get this done. Some people start and I remember when I was going to write my IELTS, I went with somebody and the person just stopped along the way. Yeah, so you have to have that intrinsic motivation. You have to know exactly what you want for yourself when you start this journey, so that you don't become a flower that loses its shine along the way. Yeah.
It's been a great session. We really appreciate you coming on board. If you're just tuning in, you're not late. You're still live on the Fred Effect Study Abroad podcast, and this is like a travel abroad podcast because today Glory is giving us a different perspective altogether. And we do this and
Yeah, it seems.
so yeah, I had a challenge with my network. So people have been through the process you want to go through. You're not the first person, neither would you be the last person. So what we do It's very simple. We bring individuals who have been through the process, so they share their experience, their journey, how they did it, and also how you can do it. Most importantly, so this section will be live across all the 35 Study Hub platforms, and also be on the Glory platform. So Glory, you have TikTok, you have YouTube. Are you on Facebook as well?
Yes, I am.
Good.
Yeah.
So all the social media platforms, right? So
Yes.
and the name cuts across. Is the brand is solid. This is one name across all the platforms. So just type and then you can find wherever, if it's on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you are comfortable with, you can check out Glory. And she's always on TikTok live giving responses to questions that people may have and all that. So try and join the TikTok live sessions as well. Remember, at the end of the session, we select one person who the Fed Effect team will coach. If you're a nurse, we will, I recommend you to RN, and then she's going to help you go through your process as well. All right, Ben, let's move on.
Okay, so there's another question that I think we have to address. Please, will it be easy for you to use educational route to USA to pursue a course different than nursing, then start the process from there? So I think what he wants to mean is that can you start this whole NCLEX process whilst you are in the States?
Yes.
Okay.
One thing is, when Fred was talking, he mentioned about information and that we that have the information have refused to do something business wise so that people refrain from going to the wrong source. I have a lot of nurses in the US that never knew that they could even practice with their Ghanaian trained nursing. And I get them all the time. And I believe this person wouldn't be different from the scenario. So you can actually relocate here and then start the entire process here if you want to. It doesn't matter where you are. As long as you are not a United trained nurse and you are internationally trained, whatever kind of visa that you are on in the US and you want to embark on the nursing journey, it's still going to be the same process like I have run through today. Yes, if you are going to do, maybe you came on an F1 and then you are a nurse back home, you want to transition, you just go through same process and then you find a job and they do adjustment of status from you from the F1 to the EB3 visa. Very simple. Yeah.
Interesting. Arabi, before you come in, please, our question for the day is, would you like student sponsorship or job sponsorship in the USA? So type your answer and then be part of the draw. If you are lucky to win and you are a nurse or you have health background, you will talk to Glory so that she mentors you for free. And then hopefully you can join her within the next 3 months. And it's possible, right?
Oh, so it's the shorter route is going to be the student route.
Okay.
Like I did mention, I didn't want to go into much details. We have the nursing, masters in nursing, which we call the day one CPT. You guys are students, so I believe you know what the day one CPT is. So you are a nurse in Ghana, and then for some reasons, you want to come in on an F1.
Please, you are a nurse in Africa, so that those
Okay,
from other
sorry.
African countries
Yes,
will
you not just Africa, but even in
yes,
Europe,
any part
yeah,
of the world.
any part of the world, and you want to use the student route, I would advise that you look for schools that offer the day one CPT. It's kind of motivational. That way, you would be able to actually school and then use the day one CPT to work whilst you get your NCLEX in place. Okay,
Right.
so that is what most of the students that I get do, and I have a lot of them here. And once you get here, I tell you the fastest thing to do is to get your NCLEX. At this point, you are already in US. You are not going to fly anywhere. You practically can walk into a center and write the exams.
Right.
So just do that, and then once you pass the NCLEX, you can transition from there.
Right. Let's throw more light on that. So, CPT means curricular practical training, what we call in
Exactly.
Ghana as internship. So, when Glory mentions day one CPT, so normally if you're a student, you will be allowed to take an internship or the CPT, after maybe a semester or after a year in your program. Now, what Glory is saying is that if you're a nurse and then you get this day one CPT, means that when you come into the school, you'll be working alongside. So you'll be working and studying at the same time. So this the job and combined with your studies. And so if you have a nursing background, you can apply, and she can help you do that so that you'll be working and then be schooling at the same time.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
So what about people? Maybe I'm a Ghanaian, I'm in the UK, I'm a Ghanaian, I'm in Australia. I'm already practicing, maybe in the UK. Can you help me come to the US as well?
Yes, we have a lot of them relocating to the US. As long as you are a nurse, it doesn't matter where you were trained from.
Mhm.
You should just have your training. And then probably if you have your license, if you don't have a license, that's also fine. But we can take you through. Some of the boards I did mention that do not even look at the license. They
Right.
look at the training. As long as they evaluate the training, and it is comparable to that of the United States nurse trainee, that means that you would qualify to write the United States license and exams, which is the NCLEX. Yes. And once you pass, you are good to go.
This is a controversial question for somebody, who is married, have raising family, and they want to take a loan and do this process. What would be your advice?
Go for it. I won't think twice about it. Honestly, I won't. Just go for it.
Interesting.
Yes. Looking at the benefit I have had from all of this process, when I look back, I don't regret the decisions I made at all. I don't. I I I mean, I sacrificed a lot. I sacrificed a whole lot to be where I am right now. And when that first paycheck of that $3,000 got into my hands, my excitement, my joy, it's not just about the money as well.
Right.
Think about the quality of life you will be giving to
Mhm.
your kids,
I,
right?
I I used to say that so boy different from there. Chicago. Shout out to my boy people though.
Yeah, the quality of life you are giving to your kids.
Yeah.
That should even be another motivation. And from the beginning, I told you that when my dad kept saying that, oh, no, madam for new and it left for US, at the
Yeah.
back of my mind, I kept asking, nah, yeah, then. And I want to be. Yeah,
I
and
see.
your kids are going to ask you same thing because from my class that the NMC that I attended, a lot of them have migrated here. And just imagine that I am back home in my old age and I'm telling my kids and my grandkids, oh, I'm in school. They're definitely going to ask me same question. So taking a loan, go for it. You will get your money back, I tell you.
I
You will
know
get
you're a
it back.
strong woman, but definitely you would have some, motivate people in your life who pushed you, who motivated you. You mentioned, shout outs to mom for helping you to buy your flight ticket and all that. What are some of the people you would like to say thank you to? Maybe somebody who gave you a reference, somebody who pushed you one way or the other. Shout outs to your husband. I like him. So, what are some of the people there?
The first person I'll mention is my husband, Fred. I don't know. He
Shout outs
is.
to who not married yet today.
Hey, we are
Please
just
let's go.
listening. Mm.
Yeah, he has been a lot of motivation from day one. When we started this process, we started together when we got married, and
Hmm.
the point was that we had the same vision. Both want to travel, but to where I stated I want US, nowhere else than US. And fortunately, he wanted US. So when I started my process of the nursing, he started his process of the school route.
Mm.
Okay, and I mentioned earlier, I don't know, but he reached out to you, the
Yeah.
Freddy Fred, during that time on Facebook,
Yeah.
and you responded to him. And from all the people that he reached out, you were the only person that responded. I did same. I reached out to a lot of my old colleagues, and none of them responded. So, in fact, shout out to you, the Fred Effect,
Thank
for
you.
making it easy for me to get here as well. Because through that, I came earlier than the others that I passed the exams with. So,
My husband has been a strong motivation for me. Looking at the website, he sat down, created it from scratch. He did that. Yes, from
So,
scratch. He
so if you're
designed
also
everything.
looking for a website, we don't only have Glory, we also have an IT husband who can also help you, right? Or he doesn't
Yeah.
the business. He does that as for wife, for family, right?
Oh no, he does it as a business. He
I
ever
love
since
it.
we got here, he's
I love it when
designed.
we were talking behind the scenes. He's like OBS stuff like that. I'm saying, okay, you're not only setting up the life for yourself. He's there supporting. It's all about
Yeah.
that. Shout out to him though.
He's
Yeah,
been a great motivation. He has. I really appreciate him for not stopping me from attaining the dreams that I have. Because
yeah.
some people have dreams, and because of the people that they marry to, they stuck somewhere else. And
And probably you can give advice on that. I want to do this. My husband is saying no. My partner is saying no. Some little advice. What did you put in your husband's head? Like what have you been doing?
I told him we can get a green card.
Simple, simple, simple. No other
Uh,
motivation than
No
that.
other
No other
motivation. And he was
motivation.
like, "Oh yeah, girl, go for it."
that's
So
some.
whenever he got the students' stuff and came first, he actually knew at least my wife is behind me and she's gonna
Green
transition
card is
me
on the way. Green card is on
smoothly.
the way.
Yeah, help is on the way. He's not calling Mayday, Mayday, no.
All right. So there might be some family watching us at the
Yeah,
moment. Maybe you're a teacher somewhere in Bole Bamboy where Fred was teaching you. Your wife is a nurse. The life you live now, it's okay. That's absolutely fine, but you can do better, especially for the sake of your kids. You can do better. There are some quality life elsewhere. You have what it takes to do it. You have that certificate. You have that diploma. You have that degree. You can do it. It's highly possible. And people have done it. You wouldn't be the first person. And most importantly, they are willing to show you the way. Mostly that's what people lack. Like, I know I have it, but where should I even start from? And
yeah.
luckily, we have people to guide you to do
Yeah.
that. All right. Men say nyina asanti. Abusia for
Yeah.
yanko
I,
yani.
I, I would like to mention my
Arabi will
mom
take it
too.
from here.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Aaron is giving the shout out,
yeah,
so he's not
yeah.
done.
I
Let's
would
give it
like
a
to
shout out.
mention my mom. My mom has been a stronghold of my life. When I got my US visa, she was the only one who knew. In fact, I
Oh.
traveled here without anybody knowing except my mom.
Are you
Her,
one of the people who is afraid of Efiefo?
yenim baby are you free?
Okay.
I'm not afraid of them, but I know where I come from.
Mm,
Prevention is
When,
better
when
than
I was going
cure.
to write my exams in South Africa, I mentioned I was denied a boarding pass.
right.
And that taught me a big lesson at that point. So it's not that I'm afraid of them, but I know baby I'll be free. They can't do anything though. So I didn't want to spread it and then I'll be stranded again at the airport when I hadn't got into my destination yet.
Mhm.
So
I have
she's
this
a
theory that everybody who has been successful, especially with these processes, is a good Christian or a good Muslim. How has spirituality, what part does spirituality play in this thing, in this whole process for you?
I would say that it has played a very vital role. Whenever I was down and about to give up, I just go on my knees and say, God, you got me through this. Just keep me going. And like Arabi said, I'm part of the Alpharian group.
Mm,
Alpha Hour, I didn't spend 1 hour there, but I did join at least to say some words and pray.
right.
Yeah. And I didn't have that luxury of time at that point within my 90-day period. So, in as much as at that point, I stopped going to church, I have to be
Mm,
honest. But I walked through the church whenever I had the opportunity, go to the altar, just say my prayer, drop my offering in the box, and I leave. And I would say that these little things have shaped my life till now.
wow.
Yes, because whenever I'm praying, I make a reference to the seed I have sowed. I've said to you, God, I need you to help me through this. And I know a lot of people that have gone through this that also have the same testimony that without God in the boat, they would have sunk along the way. And I still hold that perspective. Yeah,
Because sometimes something happens and you feel like this one there is, if not God, like it
exactly.
yeah,
Looking at Freud, I was denied a boarding pass at the airport
right.
for no apparent reason.
They couldn't give me a reason why I was denied. I stayed at the airport till 12 midnight. Yes. And the next day, like I wrote in December, the next day was 25th, 26th. So it was a holiday. And nobody was working on that day. And my exams was on 27th. So if I don't get to South Africa on that 26th, I was going to lose everything I have worked hard for. So
Right.
at that point, I called my husband and he was like, do you want the ATT to expire? I said no. And he told me, he was like, promise me something. I said, okay. Promise me you'll pass this exams. I said, yes, I'll pass. And at that point, my husband got into a mood I have never seen. He started making calls, reaching out to anybody, anywhere that can help me get that pass to write the exams. And the only thing I could think of was to pray.
Yeah.
And he was over here making so many calls. And one call, just one call that went through. And he was like, look, I'm suing your company because you're frustrating my wife. And that was it. That opened the door for me. When I got back to Kotokoro International Airport, the lady that I met that the previous night was the same
Yeah.
person I met. And I had a ticket, a new ticket. And she was like, I believe God did this for you because anybody we've denied never got a ticket unless you re-buy a ticket. And they wanted me to buy a ticket at that point at 10,000 cedis.
Wow.
When I had bought the ticket for like 3,000 for some months. So if this is not the doing of the Lord, who else is it?
Yeah.
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 So it is God. Yeah,
There is
it
this
is.
nurse out there, maybe with a husband. They've been trying, they've done this UK thing, it didn't work out. They are trying, the NCLEX, they didn't pass, stuff like that. What words of encouragement do you have for such a person? A lot of resources have gone into it. There's frustration in the family. The husband, maybe they are saying they should focus on their life in Ghana, and then they still want to do this. What would you like to say to such a person?
I'll say don't give up. There is no giving up in any part of my dictionary. I might be down at that time and cry and think of, okay, at that point, when I get up, you dust yourself up and say, yes, I got this. I was telling Arabi and Ben that, look, the money you're going to make it back. Forget about how much you have spent in the process.
Mm.
My sign-on bonus was between 10 to 15K. When they take out the taxes, the rest could sort out a lot of things in Ghana.
Right.
If I took a loan, it could sort it out. And at this point where I am, the pay rate is okay. If I want to send something home and I feel that it's going to affect my budget, I just have to pick a shift.
Right.
And that shift alone can do magic in Ghana. Yeah.
Mm.
So, yeah, I'm not saying that you cannot make it in Ghana, but if your dream is to do this, never give up. Don't think about the money that has gone in and use the right sources. The right sources is what matters. If you are going to pay $20,000 to an agent, that is going to drain you. You're going to sell your house, you're going to sell
Yeah.
all of your properties. But you can do this through this platform that we have raised, the Fred Effect, myself, and there are other people that are doing same stuff. And we don't charge extravagantly to drain you off of whatever that you don't have already.
Yeah.
Yeah, so utilize the right platforms, utilize the right process. Oh, for Panama, as Obedu border no so no, na yes sign the back.
Right. And Aaron, since you mentioned, if you want to send something home, right?
Mhm.
Fortunately, Arabi has a platform,
Okay.
brand ambassador for a platform that can be used to send money home. Arabi, talk to us about that.
So as a brand ambassador for Lemfi, everywhere I go, I speak about Lemfi. So Lemfi is a platform that helps to send money back home to Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, Senegal, and other supporting African countries. Lemfi is running a promo now. If you send money back home, $50, 50 euros and above, you get 1.5% cash back. Free Lemfi they chill. So please use Lemfi, sign up, use my code ARABE, ARABEE, and then send money back home. So pick a shift now, and that's how we send this money back home. Don't forget to download Lemfi and use the code ARABE, ARABEE. And then when you send your first $100, Lemfi gives you your $20, first $20 cash back. and then gives you 1.5% cashback with 50% and above.
So,
$50, €50 and above.
You see, Ben has a lot of families home. Is Lamfa available in the UK as well?
From US to UK, there's not available at the moment.
No, from
We are
UK.
still working.
If he wants to send from the UK too.
To Ghana.
Yeah.
It's available, cry. Please
Okay.
send it. Use the download left file and use
Which
my code already.
can you tell us about the countries? So US.
So US, UK, Canada, Europe, some of the European countries. Yeah, you can download Lemfi and send money back home. Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria, Rwanda, Senegal, Cameroon, and other supporting African countries. So Ben, please, you and your wife
Yes,
Ellen,
I'm signing.
send money.
Hey, Arabi, oh yeah, then
Ellen is my addition mate, Gamsu member. Come on, I'm a royal. I know Ellen.
Anyway, people who are watching me don't understand what is going, but we understand. We understand.
We
Anyway,
understand.
all right.
Arabi,
So yeah,
I'm signing up so that I can see if I can push. Let me see the one who win the
yeah. The
mentee
selection
of the
today.
week. Let me
Yeah,
see if I can get the
probably.
person some pounds.
Yeah, we have to use
Hey,
Lamfi
hey, hey, hey,
to
oh,
sending money to the person. Yeah.
Yeah, so download Lemfi and please don't forget to use my code RABARABEA.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
Lampa used to be Lemonade Finance, and
Yeah.
Arabi is the brand ambassador. So please download Lampa, use the code ARABEE, and then you get all the goodies that comes with it. People normally sort of talk about, oh, take care of yourself here. Most of us are moved here because we want to help family back home. And whether we like it or not, people send it secretly. We all know that, and sometimes the thank you and the God bless you that comes from home, like your mom, like you, for example, Aaron, your mom saying God bless you, it means a
Yeah.
lot. It opens a
It
lot of
means,
doors here. So,
of course.
yeah, we cannot neglect family back home. If they are sick, if they need, we have to help them. Whatever, sometimes it's difficult to convince people that, oh, you cannot forget family back home. So
Of
download
course.
Lemfi and use the code ARABEE. But Ben, how much are we sending today though?
I please help me with the spellings, okay? Okay.
Lemfi, LEMFI.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
is the app.
Let me download it before I can now decide how much.
If,
Okay.
if you're watching us right now, go to your Apple Play Store
Apple
or
Play, yeah.
Google Play Store. Then just download Lemfi. Aaron, you have any other goodies you want to share with us?
Okay.
Any other thing?
The last goodie I want to say is that with you passing NCLEX, you don't get to use it only in the United States. So maybe if your dream is not to go to the United States, you can use it in Canada, you can use it in Australia and New Zealand as well. So the power of passing the National Council licensure exams is not just limited to US. You can use it in other places. So being a nurse, you got a lot of opportunities and you don't
Yeah.
have any reason to stay back home and say I cannot do this. You got to do this. And to those that are looking forward to enrolling into the nursing training college or going into nursing programs, I would say back home in Ghana we have a lot of programs, but I would advise that you go in for the general nursing,
Mm.
which serves as the basic for all other branches of the nursing profession. So with that, you are able to travel anywhere in the world with it. And if you want to specialize later in life, you can specialize based on the country's preferences. I'm saying this because of the challenges that the midwives, mental health nurses are facing recently. Those programs are made to suit the country that you are in so that the nursing resources do not run out. And for that reason, in Ghana, we have diploma midwives, but in the United States, being a midwife, you have to have a master's degree program in that. In fact, for you to qualify as a midwife in the United States, you should have an RN license, practice with it for 2 years, and then do a master's in midwifery before you can be able to work as a midwife. So the midwives from Ghana, currently they don't know where to place you whenever they do evaluation because it's just diploma, and that is the challenge that you have. And some of the courses are deficient as well. So if you are now enrolling, do enroll in general nursing. If your passion is to catch babies, you wait. Whenever you get to your dream country, you specialize there and then catch the babies for us. Yeah,
Aaron,
that's
do you speak any other language?
yes.
What other language do you speak?
I speak Chi.
Oh, okay. Apart from
I
Chi.
speak Fanti as well. I mean, I'm a
Oh,
Fanti and an area for that
okay.
matter.
Good. So we are going to do that. And normally I don't, for some reason, when I make videos in a local language, it goes far than
Okay.
when I speak English. I can make the same content in English. When I speak it in the local language, everybody watch it, right? So
Yeah.
um if you don't take anything from the conversation we had today, there is a website where if you're a nurse, every nurse should know this website. It's called knafam.com. Everything you want to know about transitioning to from your nursing background, whether you have a certificate 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years, there is an information here that you need as you're in school, as you're graduating, as you're working. Go to visit this website. If you don't take anything from this conversation, this should help you. Abusianfo so wutie ya, so maame na eti, so papa na eti a, o ka kire oba ne se wakɔ ne nursing school na wie a ɛno kwa sɛ ɔde tena Ghana nko a ɔntumi ntena Ghana nko a complain sɛ aban mfa me school ɛmfa me adwuma mu ɔmo nya ɛma yɛnkɔyɛ adwuma o nti ɔte wo nkyɛn ka kyerɛ ne sɛ nkuro dɔɔso a yɛntena faako ngye anim gu aseɛ yɛwɔ website wɔ hɔ a obi a ɔno nso yɛ nurse ne ofiri Ghana abɛabɛ afa mu abɛabɛtena America ɔde fa so akyerɛkyerɛ kwan a ɔno nso bɛfa so a ada sɛ ɔba bɛyɛ adwuma anaasɛ ɔbɛba bɛtoa ne school so anaasɛ obetumi de green card aba America amana yiye nti saa website no na yɛ show no nti can you also use ever to explain this?
I speak Fanti more
Okay,
fluently. Until
let's go.
yeah, from nurses are all Ghana. Not only in Ghana. Okay, nurses are all over the world. What do you say in them timing? Amazing are in glory. Me free Ghana. Me not Ghana ni my training from Ghana. Na me nursing. I'm here in Ghana. Me da ba US. Missouri Juma wahade. Nti ɛyɛ nurse ni na retain mu wo nua wo yer wo mpena wo bibia wo busuani bia ɔyɛ nurse ni bia no ma mpɛ dɛ meka kyerɛ ne dɛ it is possible dɛ obotum dze ne nursing no abɛyɛ adwuma wɔ ha de nti kɔ K&A ɛfa wo phone na ɛkɔ Google search na abɔ K&A ɛwɔ hɔ ɛbɛhu me din ɛwɔ hɔ ɛbɛhu me website mehia bia ɛwɔ dɛ FM na ɛde bahade no or website no do. Apart from that, able to my firm or able to my test me, able to my send me email. Most of same my church or kwan able father able so able a better exams kwan able father able bahade, and then I also able to my bakan sa wa ha na enye na ye juma na vet na do day every dance with the Fred effects the day ampa RN glory be you show wa hade no. Ono na wa aboa mama so to the man na mo. Yeah, the one they will retain him, and
Yeah,
we really appreciate you.
I like the way the Phantom
Look
miss.
at Hunter. Make a Hunter mom.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Okay. Me menu mind mama bet me. At the next day, our promoso, our me, our anywhere, even in Ghana, and even if you are not in Ghana, our other part of the world apart from US. Yeah. First of all, this platform, the fair T and AFM. Music and the ma be brave, but the next is ma. First of all, mamba boa do, mamba boa a promoso me lanko. We also can travel. Okay, about which be best experience, better life. We are also have to be exposed. It's a pesha bevela. But why is that platform is though? So bon iron glory. But when yeah, but very number na be ne din de can pesha bo mu nurse na mpaka mbabruchi. Wanum na wanum koluaza first or sa. It is a debula no and it's free for the first consultation. So apaka it is who are message charge the come. But that's it's even important. Okay, you would invest in your life. And kai mu akwalele fom ni chena mi ni kakwa. Isabella yeah, Brochibe. I'm so we deserve that life away from all the problems of my day. It's many man that mama bit me. But where is that my the nurses? At the nurse who knows the be made the nurse ya for chabola. Because that platform is okay and ASM. Na call apply, not speak to RN Glory. Na yam na ya do me amos wa he fa wa do check so. La ba se.
Ben, what the bono best one?
When I can say miss you had more.
Anyway,
Everyone
yeah, it's been a good conversation, everyone, and we've all learned a lot. Normally it's like we bring people on because we know them and we know but now everybody that comes on teaches us who are hosting something new, and we really appreciate you, RN Glory. It's been a back and forth with this, stuff like that, and finally we
Yeah.
get to host it. And you're welcome. This is your platform. At any point in time, if you're hosting an event, if you're having a mentorship, you want to come on, why not? We are here to
Okay.
to push and support you. The sky is big. All of
Yeah.
us can fly. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Anyway, any final words from everyone? So we take a final word from Aaron, take a final word from Lempi Arabi, then UK Ben.
All right. I really appreciate you having me here. I always say NCLEX is attainable, NCLEX is doable. If you are a nurse in Ghana, look at the wait time in Ghana where you would be posted. Way back 2020, students that passed their licenses and exams in Ghana are still home, and they are just wearing away the time till now. So take the opportunity. If you are listening to us, you are seeing this video, take the opportunity. Even if it is a loan you have to take to make this possible, take it. And I bet you it's going to be a testimony that you're going to share one day. Do not give any excuse. Have the intrinsic factor that I want this, I want to do it, not for just me, for my family, my kids, so that in the near future they get a better life. We are not saying that getting a better life is always all about traveling, but travel and see. If you don't want it, you can go back. Use our platforms, reach out to us, and we will help you make that dream come true. Thank you so much for watching us and staying tuned with us.
Awesome. So we would have um the draw. Let's see who gets selected today. So Aaron, we have a way of running a draw, and every week we select one person. We didn't start it early, but yeah, let's see who gets selected today. Okay. So if you commented, if you liked, if you share, then you're likely to be in here. Anyway, so let's see. Oh, Belinda.
Linda
Belinda.
Bedu.
Yeah, Belinda Bedu 609 6043. So congrats to you, Belinda. What you have to do is simple. Just send us an Instagram message. If you go to Instagram, search for the Fred Effect, is the verified account. We are about 25,000 family members over there. And then the team will take it from there. We listen to what qualifications you have, whatever you want to work on, and we'll see how best we can support you from there. All right. Ben, any Arabi, any final words for us? The way I like the way you look. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey, Fred. So my final words will be two, one in English and one in a Ahanta again. The English will be the Lemfi. Please download Lemfi if you're in the US, UK, Canada, and European countries, Germany, and use my code RADARADEE. And
And the most important thing is that if you are also listening to us, a family member said they want to send you money. I still know family members who go all the way to Western Union, drive to Western Union, and they'll send the money, they'll give the code, whatever. I'm not spoiling the business of Western Union. Western Union, I still love you. I use you for service fee payment. So please. All right. But they can simply download it on your phone. If you are watching us from home, tell them how to do it. Tell them the code to use and it will help.
thank you, Fred. So the code is RBARADEE, and then download it, and you're able to send your first $100. Lemfi gives you $20 cash back. And then after that, if you send $50 and more, you get 1.5% cash back. That's the promo we are running. Let me turn it to a hunter and speak to my people. Many man, Miss Sabella, Miss K or nurses be brave, you know. The more polyclinics, the hospitals, number Ghana. Miss Sabe, the nurse to me at the end, the Kashabo is a platform, a website, the K and M. Is it K and M or K and A?
Ken.
K&A.
Kenny.
Okay, platform me refer K&A website. Okay, now the RN Glory and the dinde. Say it's also how to be a nurse. Say nurse in kemu akola Ghana nko, kemu akola Africa. Most of akwa ba abrochi bi. Ne ye the phone for more or dojeke. Na yearly other things and do other kema Gloria hand Glory hand say more abana wa be ya akwa salome da ko do. No one no be me ha kisi me ha ke ya be ti kwa proms nti Isabella, victim, yeah, the nurse now or Ghana or any part of the world except US, yeah, for platform is now RN Glory and it's team. It is uncle, she has a whole team. Maboko Zosa, Maboko wow, Maka Kishibi, that's my more and the ma be my watch when it is. Na basi, I'll call the platform is a team in the nurse po, nurse the nurse, and Saula for information if I come in. Na meso ewa platform is na ɛho RN Glory na is there na ɛwɔ na bɛyɛ this nursing thing na mɛsɛ yɛ abɛkyi bi na baasi na mi yɛ abɛkyi.
We had over 1,000. We had over 1,000 people tuning in across all our platforms to watch us live. And remember, this video will still be live across all the social media platforms of the Fred Effect and Glory RN, so you can check them out after we if you joined us late, no problem. There's still the recording for you to go listen to and learn from it as well. Final words: if you have a boyfriend who is a nurse, if you have a girlfriend who is a nurse, hold them well, oh. You then what final words?
Yeah, Fred, I want to give my slot to Miriam if you can get her on board.
Yeah, sure. Miriam, you have to put your video on. Let's see if we can listen to you. Miriam looks like a nurse. Miriam, if you are not married to, let us know. So if this can be a hookup, we don't know. But Miriam, please talk to us. Unmute your microphone. Put your video on. Let's talk. Hi, Miriam. Okay, so Miriam is not able to Miriam. So let's move on. All right.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. So I think Glory has come to show us the way. And as we can see, she is moving from glory to glory. So please, my advice is to the nurses, especially in Ghana. If you are done and you are not getting job, whilst waiting for the job, please try as much as possible to also go through the process that RN Glory has taken us through. And I'm sure that if you put in diligent to work, surely there could be another opportunity open for you to go and then stay in the US, get your green card and go and work. You see, we don't have too much time at our side. So for how long are you going to wait if there is an opportunity for you to move outside? If it is, take advantage. Later, if you want to come back and practice your knowledge in your home country, no one is against that. But don't waste time if there's an opportunity somewhere. So this is a little bit of advice I want to send across today.
We have Miriam on. Hi, Miriam.
Hello.
Are you shy of Ben?
Good evening.
How are you?
Oh no. Please, I'm doing good. How are you too?
We're good.
Wonderful team.
What's your question? You have a question for
Thank
Glory?
you so much. I've actually benefited a lot. Yes, please.
Please go on.
Okay, so I'm a midwife, okay, and then I was asking, and then she said actually for midwifery it's difficult to transition from here. So let's say maybe if I want to do masters in different course and then I get to US, will it be easy for me there?
Okay. What kind of qualification in midwifery do you have?
I have BSc, Bachelor's in Midwifery.
Okay, all right.
From UCC.
Okay. What I can tell you is go through your transcript first and check out if you did all the courses that the general nurses did. I know that most of the times what denies you is the geriatrics that you you did not do. So check in either you did gerontology / geriatrics, any of it. If I don't know, some of the schools call it gerontology, some do geriatrics. So check. If you don't have it, no matter where you are, it's still going to be difficult because you are classified as an internationally trained. and your credentials need to be evaluated by these boards that I mentioned, either CGFNS, that's now True Merit, or JSNA. And they are the only two that have the power right now to issue you what we call the visa screen certificate. Even if you are in the US, you might have come with a different kind of visa, right? I don't know what you are
Mm.
trying to come with, but if it is a visa that you would need the EB3 based visa again, that's the EB3, the green card visa, then you will need that certificate and still would need that deficiency covered before you will be able to get that certificate. So I would
Oh,
advise that before you transition to come, think about getting that one done. And then, because it's easier, it's cheaper in our country than getting that one done over here. And then you can think of embarking on the journey.
okay.
So
But what
coming
if
to
I decide to do, let's say, masters in gerontology? Let's say if I want to use the education route, because
Are you
for
thinking
transcript
of
didn't do
Bridgeway?
characters,
Are you thinking of Bridgeway?
maybe kind of.
Have you heard of Bridgeway?
Yes, maybe you can do either nursing at that place, maybe accelerated BSN or something.
Do you have money?
Currently, no.
Okay, don't think about it for now. I'm not a type that discourage people, but I guide
That's
them to make the right decisions. Some decisions will frustrate you in America, and you'll be the one that will on your camera and say that minim kran kaman baha. And we don't want that kind of information, you see. So first of all, sort out this stuff when you have the opportunity in Ghana and it is cost effective. Then you can think of relocating. You have BSc, so you stand the chance of getting this master's in gerontology that you are talking of to do in the United States. And you can consider the day one CPT schools, like I said. You can get some that are fully sponsorship, that like you get a full funding, and you can get some that you would have to pay yourself. The advantage of the day one CPT is because it gives you the ability to work at the same time to school. You, no matter how much the fees is, which is most of the schools that I know and have come in contact, done referrals that have come into the school, pay basically between 5K uh, per the semester, I think so. So if you don't have 5K, you can work and get the 5K. If you come in, what I normally do is when you come in, you do what we call the CNA certification because you already have a background in nursing. Then you get the CNA, you start working, and then you start prepping for your NCLEX. Once you pass the NCLEX, you transition to getting a job in an RN, and then you start doing your immigration process. You work, you pay your school fees, you are good. Okay, but if you have this deficiency, it will get to a point that you will need it
okay.
to transition from the F1 to EB3, and that will be a problem. And you'll be frustrated being here without getting the exact thing that you need. So get it done whilst you are in Ghana. Okay, do some courses.
Oh,
Reach out to schools that are in Ghana that would either do general nursing for you, or I mean, there is something out there to figure it out. Once you figure it out, I can tell you to come. When you come here, you are good to go. Okay.
okay. Thank you so much.
You are most welcome.
Oh, okay. Thank you for coming. And we are done for today. So, thank you everyone. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Arabi, and thank you, Ben, for making this happen. If you are just listening to us and you're tuning in, we'll meet next week. And shout outs to our lady who was selected, Belinda Baidu. Belinda, all you need to do is to send us a direct message on Instagram, and we'll take it from there. It's been a good conversation. Remember, the Fred Effect team has a collaboration with Argo Visa. After going through every process, you finally have to go through a visa interview. Getting an appointment is a bit challenging now. However, if you are able to secure one, you need to make sure that your DS-160 is reviewed. Argo Visa has a DS-160 review option, and they also have an opportunity for you to talk to an ex-visa officer before you go and meet the officer at the visa interview. Use the link I'm sharing on the screen to schedule a one-on-one conversation with Argo Visa. There are two ways of getting in touch with the Fred Effect team. We have a verified Instagram handle. We do not have any Telegram. We don't have any WhatsApp, whatever platform, email, no. The only way to get in touch with us is via our verified Instagram handle and also schedule a one-on-one with the Fred Effect team. The WASI results will be released soon. If you are a parent listening to me, please do not limit yourself to only the higher education institutions in Ghana or in your home country. There is an opportunity for your kids to also study abroad. Studying abroad is not only for people who are rich or people who have A throughout their results. Even if you have a D7 EA, there's an opportunity outside the country for you. We are the only team that take the high school diploma document and work on your applications for free. Here's how you're going to go about it. Use the link I'm sharing on the screen, which is the SELAMR.co/4GIW. You type it into your web browser, you'll be able to choose a date and a time after making payment to be able to schedule a one-on-one with a Fred Effect team. If you're interested in applying for masters, if you're interested in applying for a PhD, we've been through the process. We have what it takes to support you, hold your hands to help you go through the process. Remember, if you need help to pay your service fee, yes, the Fred Effect team can support you to do that. Send us a direct message on Instagram. We know how to help you. We know now that you can pay your visa application fee either at GT Bank branch. Unfortunately, not GT Bank do not have branches all over Ghana. So I remember when I was in Bole Bamboy, I needed to travel all the way down to Techiman just to pay visa application fee. But now you can pay with the Visa card or MasterCard. Unfortunately, not everybody has that. So if you need help to do that as well, you can send us a message on Instagram. The Fred Effect team will be happy to assist you. For more than half a decade, we've been organizing mock sessions for free for people who are preparing for their visa interview. And as I speak to you now, we have a WhatsApp group for people who are preparing for the spring semester. So what you need to do is, again, send us a message on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is verified. Let us know you have an appointment scheduled or you have gotten an admission, whatever, and then we'll add you to the platform so that you meet other people working towards similar thing. And then you go through the mock session to support you prepare for your visa interview. There are lots of things the Fred Effect team does for free. So we have the biggest study abroad content platform on YouTube. We are 180,000, more than 180,000 family members. On TikTok, we just hit 184,000 or so, almost 200,000. And then on X, we are almost 50,000 family members. Um, and then on Facebook, we are almost 150,000 family members. We share important ideas, information, and knowledge across all these social media platforms to support you and to let you know that you can also do it. It's possible. The name has been the Fred Effect. With the we did this with Arabi, and Ben is in the UK, and our guest today was RN Glory. Please be positive and know that everything will be fine. We'll see you next week.